of a place to play. That is why we are coming together to build the Miracle League of West Mobile Schmidt Family Park. It will include a special needs ball field and playground, regulation baseball and softball fields, and more. We have raised more than $1 million and construction will start soon, but we need your help to complete the project. Visit mcpss.com/Miracle League to donate and to learn more. Any dollar amount will help bring a smile to a child's face. Together, we can make a miracle.
Tonight we enter the Lady Bobcats den where they are ranked number 8 in the state and trying to capture an area crown. Standing in their way are the Baker Lady Hornets, defending area champs and trying to play spoiler tonight. Will Theodore tighten their grip on the area title, or can Baker pull off the upset tonight? We're about to find out for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. I'm Al Wheaton, joined by the legendary coach Ronnie Arrow. Coach Arrow, we were at this exact same gymnasium 3 weeks ago as Theodore pulled the upset of number 3 ranked Davidson Lady Warriors, and tonight they're the hunted by the Baker Hornets.
They are the hunted, and when we were here the last time, Davidson was also undefeated. They were very good, ranked number 1 in the state.
Right.
They were doing very well, and all of a sudden, here comes Theodore, knocks them off. Had some very good three-point shooting that night. Tonight, with Baker, they have been devastated by COVID. Last week they had to forfeit one game, not forfeit, but they had to cancel one game.
Postpone a game.
They have to make it up this week. If they don't make it up this week and get all their games in, they won't be eligible for the playoffs.
That's right.
So this is very, very interesting. This is going to be a cat fight tonight.
It is. It is. Right now, Theodore is tied with Davidson 6-1 in Area 1 play. So this game is huge for the Lady Bobcats as well. Right now, let's take a look at the starting lineup that we have for both of these teams tonight as they are taking on to the floor, and they're calling out those starting lineups as a matter of fact. So starting for the Theodore Lady Bobcats, as we take a look on the screen right there for you, we have in front of you, starting tonight for Theodore, you have guard Deja Weatherly, also forward Deja Weatherly, also T. McCarroll, T. Shanti Herring, Livy Pogue, and also Jasmine Bingham. We know she's big down low. And for Baker tonight, Paris Richardson, Jakayla Nichols. Boy, she's going to be shooting a lot of threes. She leads the team in three-point percentage. Tia Byers and Heaven Waddington along with Rihanna Redmond. More about the Baker team, Coach, because they're pretty special. You talked about they had some COVID issues last week, but they don't dress out very many girls on the Baker Lady Hornets.
I wouldn't be surprised if Theodore doesn't come out full court press and trying to really get them tired. They have 5 varsity players on the Baker team. They just today brought up 4 JV players.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting to see. Coach Walker said if she has to, she'll play those 5 the whole game, but she's got some reserves just in case.
Typically, they will dress 6. When I saw them a couple weeks ago against Theodore, they only dressed out 6 that night, and she calls them the Mighty 6, and we'll talk about them later on as Theodore is taking possession. And with the first shot up there by Deja Weatherly, it's off, but put back in by guess who? Jasmine Bingham.
Jasmine is going to be a beast in here. And here comes the pressure. They're going to pressure them the whole time. But these are 2 very well-coached teams that are going to be able to break a press. It's just going to be a fatigue factor if Baker can keep up with in the game.
There's a shot put up, a 3 right there by Heaven Waddingley. Bounces off. Theodore with the rebound as they pass in front of our table here inside of the Bobcats den. Deja Weatherly passing the ball over. She averages 6.1 points per game. She's a 5'7" forward.
And here's Baker setting up in their 2-3 zone. They can't afford to run man-to-man.
Draining the 3, the Bobcats right there. Tequila Weatherly, she's their leading scorer, 19.9 points per ball game, and folks are looking at her because she is a senior. So, Coach, she's going to be playing on the next level somewhere.
She actually signed with Shelton State. She'll be playing with Nia Valentine And that team is ranked number 2 in the nation right now at Shelton State. Naya is starting on that team as a freshman.
Easy layup right there for Theodore. And Coach Lauren Walker, she's seen enough. They're down 7 points. She calls for the early timeout. As you look at the Theodore bench, Coach Charlie McClure not coaching tonight, so we're going to have Coach Brandon Beach going to be stepping in for him.
He's going to be stepping in. I can't say enough about Coach McClure, what he's done to this program here. He has had very good teams. He's had 8 seniors the past 2 years, and 6 of them have signed basketball scholarships.
That's huge.
There's not too many coaches can say that.
They can claim that, and we're talking about girls basketball, so that is real huge right there. Take a look at the replay right here, Coach.
Yeah.
Oh, this is where Baker was trying to get some points there. They're down 7 right now in an early hole here on the campus of Theodore High School.
And Coach Walker said the main thing she wants from these girls tonight is just play hard, and they'll do that.
Paris Richardson's pass is blocked and knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay on this end of the floor. It'll be Lady Hornets basketball.
Jasmine just got through blocking that shot, running the length of the court to block that shot.
Shot no good for the Lady Hornets. Once again, Theodore bringing it up the floor. T. McCarroll, she's a 5'3" sophomore point guard. I'm sure we'll be calling Bingham's name a lot tonight because she handles things down in the paint for the Lady Bobcats.
She does that. She takes up a lot of space, and they will go to her too.
Throwing up the 3, T. McCarroll, and it is good. She drains it. And the Lady Bobcats all on top of Baker right now, 10-0 here in the first quarter.
And Al T was wide open. They're going to have to extend that zone if they want to guard these shooters.
Ball trying to be saved by Paris Richardson, goes out of bounds, so it'll be turned over to Theodore. Theodore right now, number 8 in the state, ranked in Class 7A, tied for the area lead with Davidson. That victory over them was truly huge because right now every win is going to count for Davidson and Theodore coming down the stretch.
There's no question. This time of the year, you got to be healthy and you got to be executing. You should be right there to where you want to be with your team, both offensively and defensively.
McCarroll looking, spreads it over. Livy Pohl.
I see they're sinking in because of the respect of the inside play. Nice drive.
That
rebound.
That bucket no good by Tequila Weatherly. Baker on the move. They're going to shoot a lot of threes tonight. They kind of remind me of a team that lives by the 3, dies by the 3. And there's one up and drained by Jakayla Nichols.
Very nice shot. Good ball movement, which led to that shot.
Nichols averages 12.8 points per game for the Lady Hornets, and she leads them in 3-point percentage as well. Deja Weatherly down low. The ball is stolen by Watlington.
Yeah, Theodore's dribbling a little bit too much against that zone. They need to pass the ball more, get the zone moving, and quit dribbling so much. Nice pass.
Outside to Richardson. She launches a 3. Rims out.
Good shot, wide open shot. That's all you can ask for.
Rebound brought down by Deja Weatherly as T. McCarroll brings it up across the timeline. And we're almost at the halfway point here of the first quarter. Baker versus Theodore in this 7-8 Area 1 matchup. And a turnover right there. You called it, Coach.
Yep. I tell you, that zone is doing very good. Now, what they can't do is work hard on defense and come up and throw up an air ball. They've got to get the last time down the court, they moved the ball around the court. They got good passing, got a wide open shot.
Checking in for Theodore, Tishanti Herring and Fatu Bonnet. They're going to be checking in for the Lady Bobcats.
T bringing the ball down the court has got very good vision for a point guard. She sees the whole court. She doesn't just see one pass. Tishanti Herring.
Herring trying to get the ball out to one of her teammates. Finally gets it back to T. McCarroll.
Very good pressure on the ball.
All over her defense and a turnover.
One of the things that Coach Walker said, they're going to front down low. They're not going to just let them pass the ball in and let the post do what they want to.
Evan Wallington Pass down to Paris Richardson, knocked out, but it's going to remain on this end of the floor. It'll be Lady Hornets basketball. Checking back in for Theodore, you have Deja Weatherly.
See, Theodore's coming down every time and looking inside, and with the fronting of their low post people, they're not going to be able to get the ball in there as easy as they have been.
There's a three put up by Nichols, rims out, but
Nice
the rebound to the Lady Hornets. They work it back over to Nichols, and she drains that one and gets the three. Now we're at 10-6, only down 4 points for the Lady Hornets.
And that all started with Paris Richardson's rebound, offensive rebound.
Theodore opened up with a 10-0 lead. Baker's cut it to 4 right now.
I guarantee you, with Coach Walker, when she played at South Alabama, she was known for her toughness, and her team that she coaches shows the same thing.
Toughness right there by Tishanti Herring as she works it down low and gets the bucket for the Lady Bobcats.
I like that name, Heaven. Heaven
that.
Watling.
Another three put up by Nichols, and the rebound brought down by Tia Byers over to Richardson, back out to Nichols as she's setting up the offense. And turnover, ball is stolen by Theodore.
Watlington has got to be able to pass the ball more. She's holding the ball too much and taking some bad shots.
Deja Weatherly dribbling, loses control but gets it over to T. Herring, but a quick timeout called by Coach Beach for Theodore. I believe he wants a 30-second timeout here, Coach. Kind of settle his girls down.
Yeah, and he wants to get the ball inside, but unfortunately it's going to be tough tonight because they're going to be fronting the post. Baker's going to be fronting the post. That's not going to go inside as easily, and that was one of the things. If they can stop their inside post people, she feels like that they have got a chance to win this ball game.
Yeah, I think that's something Coach Walker probably picked up from that last ball game with Jasmine Bingham. When she gets going, she can really get going down low, so you got to really team up against her.
You really do. And Takia, both Weatherly also, both of those two have got to be stopped. They're averaging like 54 points a game, 53 points a game for Theodore. They're doing about 36 of those points.
Yeah, Theodore coming in right now. You're close to it, Coach. 51 points per game on offense, only giving up 43 points. And a matter of fact, the Lady Bobcats are on a 3-game winning streak. They beat Baker a couple weeks ago, 54-43, and they beat MGM and Murphy consecutively. Tie up on the floor down there, so let's see where the possession arrow is going to go. It'll turn over to the Lady Hornets at Baker.
Redmond underneath, that was a really good rebound. I mean, she went up strong, came down strong with it.
Baker trying to get it across the timeline, met with some pressure. Close to a 10-second call, but they get it across. Down low is Paris Richardson as she kicks it back out to Redmond, who launches a three.
They're getting wide open shots.
They are getting the shot. They're not dropping.
They're getting wide open shots.
T. McCarroll bringing it up for the Lady Bobcats.
And now they've gone. Now they've gone back man to man. They've come out of the zone.
And they are lining up with them. Bonnet with the ball right now. Gets it over to Herring as they work it back over to Weatherly as we approach 1 minute here remaining in the first quarter. A quick first quarter of action. 2 timeouts called. No fouls have occurred in this quarter, Coach Arrow. Driving in. Nichols for
nice
Baker.
move.
Oh,
tough luck.
The iron unkind to the young lady does not drop as we are under 1 minute here in the first quarter. Theodore on top 12-6.
That was a nice drive by Nichols.
It was. Down low to Weatherly. She's going to bring it back out, try to set something up here. They get it over to Jasmine Bingham. Nice backdoor cut by Weatherly. Can't control the ball, but she gets it up off the glass. No good. Bingham tries to get the rebound. Bounces out. There's Paris Richardson. Johnny on the spot, Coach.
If they can keep Bingham outside and not inside, see, she went outside. That's going to be really good for Baker.
They work it inside out. Richardson's three is no good. We're approaching 10 seconds here remaining in the first quarter. Down low, they're trying to go to Bingham. Look at Byers.
Be in front of. They're not going to be able to get that ball inside.
This would count if it goes in. Does not. Irons off the back of the rim. So a very up-tempo, very up-paced first quarter. Theodore on top 12-6 right here inside of the Lady Bobcats den. We're going to take a break, come back with the second quarter. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
If you look at the numbers, Mobile County Public Schools is making great strides. With more than 53,000 students, 7,000 employees, and 90 schools, we are consistently increasing our four-year graduation rate and our first-class pre-K program. We continue to strive for national recognition and continue to prepare our students for the global workforce. And we do all of this with one goal in mind, to equip and empower college and career-ready graduates. Mobile County Public Schools. We're learning today, leading tomorrow.
If you're looking for fun, fashionable, and affordable jewelry, it's here. It's Paparazzi. We have a variety of colors and styles of bracelets, rings, necklaces, and earrings for all occasions and for every event. New styles are added daily, which means you are always up to date with the latest fashion. For that genuine bling, join me, Charmaine Watson, the real jewelry lady, on Facebook Live Sunday through Thursday at 7 p.m. It's cute, it's fun, it's fashion, it's $5, it's Paparazzi.
This is a program for any middle school student who's actually behind. This opportunity offers kids a chance to do 2 grades in 1 year.
If it wasn't for Star Academy, I would still be in 8th grade and probably still struggling.
We are one-on-one. We have small classrooms, and we're able to give students that personal touch, that personal attention.
I know I'm coming to see good teachers, good attitude, and also they're here to teach us what we need to learn.
We welcome you back to the campus of Theodore High School inside of the Lady Bobcats den. Theodore on top 12-6. Coach Arrow, we had no fouls committed by each team in the first
fast,
quarter.
isn't it? When there's no fouls, it goes fast.
It really does. Only 2 quick timeouts called by both teams, but no fouls.
And that is in Baker's favor when there's no fouls being called. And as you've seen, now they're going to man-to-man, so they can afford to play man-to-man.
And that's not a foul. That's a traveling called on Tashante Herring. They set up a high screen as Weatherly rolled off of it, dumped it down, but Herring forgot to put the ball down and took the steps too quick, Coach.
Too quick. Tell you what, Coach McClure would be happy with the way these girls are playing tonight. They're trying to get the ball inside. They're tough defense like he always wanted. And I'm going to tell you what Terry was really good at. He was really good at scoring out of bounds plays underneath their goal. That
we saw that a lot at Davidson. Yep,
at Davidson.
We sure
exactly
did. We saw
right.
that a lot in the Davidson game. Very good observation there, Coach Arrow. Theodore swinging it back over to T. McCarroll, back up top to Takia Weatherly as they're taking their time here.
Gonna get some action to the hole now.
Trying to draw the Lady Hornets out. Deja Weatherly with the ball right now. Back to T. McCarroll. They swing it back over to Takia Weatherly. There it is down low. Tashante Herring snuck down there, and we have our first foul of the contest.
Okay, they slowed the ball down. They moved it around. Then they looked inside. They didn't front the post that time. They got the ball in the post, and they got a foul.
Tia Byers picks up her first foul, so they're going to send Herring to the line shooting. She misses the first.
I wish my hair would grow like that in the back.
Well, Coach, they got a lot of different products out there.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you can trust too many of them nowadays.
Yeah, I hear you.
You got to be careful.
She's got a nice shot.
Herring hits the second. Checking back in for Theodore, you have Jasmine Bingham.
She's not going to be out too much, I can guarantee you that. She is a nice player.
Coach Beach kind of sporadically checking her in. Matter of fact, when Baker hosted Theodore a couple of weeks ago, Coach Beach did the double dip. He coached for the girls and the boys that night, Coach Arrow, so he really put in some work.
Yeah, he does a great job. Boys and girls, he's been with them. He really likes this girls' team. He really likes the way that they move the ball. Very complimentary of Coach McClure. Taught him what he knows.
High screen set up for Weatherly. She drives in. Count the basket for Takia Weatherly. And she is fouled on the play.
Well, averaging 19 points a game. Like we said before, she'll go to Shelton State and be with Nia Valentine. who was a star at McGill for 4 years.
And she drains the free throw. Watlington called on that foul. That's her first. Nichols trying to get that ball, does. Baker swinging it back out. Coach Beach calling for a travel, but he does not get the call. And there's the call right there. So I guess he worked the officials good enough. But he said he saw 2 of them, but they only called 1 on that possession. So turnover to Theodore.
Whichever one, they got 1 of them, so they get the ball.
The officials tonight, they're going to be working both the contests. Had a chance to talk to Alicia Lynch before the ball game. She said, yep, we're doing both of them tonight. So we'll be here and they'll be here, Coach. Don't forget the boys coming up after this at 7:30. Number 1 in the state Class 7A, the Baker Hornets.
And one of the top players in the country, not the state, sophomores.
In the country, and Theodore is looking to get revenge as they lost by 2 to the Baker Hornets a couple weeks ago. Loose ball is going to stay down here on Theodore's side.
You were talking about the officials and us going to be here for both games. I'd rather be here where we are than where the officials are. We won't get yelled at.
I'm with you. Almost stolen by Watlington. Theodore gets it back, and boy, they're putting the pressure on Team McCarroll.
These girls are going to scratch and claw to win this game. It's a big game for both of them. I don't care if they've had COVID issues or not. They're here to win this game.
Back in the hands of Takia Weatherly. She's been running the point since we've started the second quarter here. Kind of swap roles with Team McCarroll. They swing it over to Livy Pogue. Swinging the ball to Deja Weatherly. You could even see Principal Minton asking for the foul, but called travel.
For Takia that time, for all the young followers that are watching basketball, she got to the hole that time because she did a great ball fake and took it to the hole. For all you young people that are learning the game, ball fake when you put the ball on the floor or sweep them.
Redmond with it, swings it over to Richardson. Richardson doesn't shoot it very much. Nice down low pass. That's what she does for the Baker Hornets. And the Lady Hornets have cut the lead to 8 with that bucket by Tia Byers. We talked about the Mighty Six. They're a group of girls. They've gone through a lot, as Coach Walker told us. They started the season with 9 varsity players, but they've been consistent with pretty much 6 throughout this season. She's added a couple girls up from the JV tonight just in case she needs them. But those 6 we're going to see a lot tonight. Jacayla Nichols, Rihanna Redmond, Paris Richardson, Heaven Watlington, Tia Byers, and Carson Dozier. Those are the 6 we're pretty much going to call for Baker tonight.
After they played Blunt this year at Blunt, they wound up with 6 players after that game, and they just started blending together. They're very young.
Right.
They're very young. Last year, they went and won, I think it was the second team at Baker that's ever won the area championship. So they were 18-11 last year. So they had a very good team last year.
Yeah, they're the defending area champ and made it, Coach, to the Elite Eight. Baker Lady Hornets last year. Second time this ever happened in the history of the school. Only 2 seniors on the squad. You're right, it is a young group.
Very young.
Because there are 2 freshmen out on the floor right now.
2 freshmen, 2
Lady
juniors,
Hornets.
and 2 seniors. The 2 seniors are the only returning letterman back from last year's team.
That's why they call them the Mighty Six. I've never seen it before. When Coach Walker sent us the stats that's going to stay with Theodore, and I looked at it, they're the only 6 players with numbers for the whole year. No one else has any statistics except those 6 young ladies. So she's right. They are the Mighty Six for the Lady Hornets.
You've got to be close to only be 6 of you.
Yeah. And that's a 5-second call as McCarroll could not get the ball inbounded. I was quite surprised that, she wasn't putting much effort, just kind of looking around, Coach.
Yeah, they did a poor job of breaking to the ball to get open, and she was just left with a 5-second count.
There are officials tonight, Daryl Jordan, Alicia Lynch, and Ronald Robinson. Very experienced crew. That ball is out on Theodore. So it will remain here on this end of the floor for the Lady Hornets. We're under the halfway point here in the second quarter, almost close to halftime.
Yeah, I really like Nichols for Baker. She's a very heady player.
Nichols with the ball right now, swings it back over to Richardson. There she is, passing it down low. They're trying to get it to Byers. Ball's between the legs. Byers trying to get it out. It did kick. It was a kick ball, but the officials did not see it. Back with Nichols once again as she pulls out. Let's reset things here for the Lady Hornets as they try to get the play together. And a timeout. Coach Walker wants to talk to her young ladies. And I'm going to say it right here, Coach. They're down 8, but by no way are they out of this contest right now.
No, I'm sure Coach Walker is very pleased with this right now. And I tell you what else she should be pleased with, the way the game is being called.
Right.
Okay? They're not calling it close, which is an advantage for Baker because they can't afford to get their mighty 6 in foul trouble.
That's
or
right.
mighty 5 or mighty whatever.
As you can see right there on the screen, the MCPSS COVID-19 recommendations. We know it's been an increase in COVID-19 cases, so Mobile County Public Schools strongly recommends that all students and employees wear your mask. And, Coach, even with Mardi Gras coming up, I'm going to tell folks, if you go to the parade, wear your mask, too, if you're outside. Still, you can enjoy it, but put a mask on.
Hey, in this kind of weather, keep it a little bit warmer anyway. But
I noticed that the other day. I had one on.
You know, whatever that you have to do.
Right.
Some people don't think masks are any good. It's got to do something. Something to nothing is something.
Yeah.
And carry them with you. And we just got to get past this. I did talk to one of the officials for the state.
Okay.
And they did say we're having state championship this year.
I did hear that.
So
we're going to have state
fans
championship.
and parents and players, do what you can to stay healthy.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to it because it's going to be at that new renovated Legacy Arena in Birmingham, the showcase spot right there in Birmingham for basketball. So they're going to try to
what a great honor
make things happen.
What a great honor for the high school kids.
It sure is. Quick shot put up by Nichols off the backboard. Catches the backboard and the iron, does not drop. Theodore once again taking their time, bringing the ball up the court as they set things up to Keel Weatherly. We talked about her. She's the leading scorer for the Lady Bobcats as they're just working the ball across the perimeter. Bingham going down low, setting up on the post there.
You know, I don't know if she's been sick or what, but you can tell she's breathing heavily.
Came up top to set a screen and rolled back off. That's Coach Beach.
Now we're going to get to the hole on a pick. Well,
there it is. She set it up again. Yep. At halftime, going into the locker room, we'll talk with Coach Beach and talk about first half play for his young ladies here with the Lady Bobcats. So they're pretty much playing keep away. They're trying to set it up, but they're working clock as well as they're up. And right now, that is a turnover. Is it going to stay? Nope, it's going to go over to Baker.
To Baker, yep. I tell you, that was very good defense. If they want to play what I call perimeter basketball, just dribbling around, that's fine. That works to Baker's benefit.
Theodore won the last matchup 53-43 on the campus of Baker a couple of Fridays ago. There's a three launched by Nichols, and she was doing it a couple weeks, but she's hitting more tonight than she hit the other week.
Yeah, penetrate, make them sink in, pitch to the open person. That was, for you young players, again, that's perfect. Pinch them in and pitch out for the shot.
Lady Hornets cuts the lead to 5. They were down 10 to start the contest as Theodore opened up on them. That rebound brought down by Byer. She kicks it out, and it's stolen by Deja Weatherly. Lady Wildcats get it back, and they throw up a quick bucket. Does not drop for Weatherly. She hustles for her own rebound. It is saved but goes out of bounds. So good hustle shown by the Lady Bobcats right there.
We got players on the ground everywhere. I mean, they're diving here, diving there, great effort. These two teams will give you everything they got, and that's by way of their coaches.
Harris Richardson looking down low. T. McCarroll all up in her grill. Ball is knocked out, but it's going to remain Baker Lady Hornets basketball. We're under 1 minute here in the first half. Theodore on top 16-11. Richardson, she's going to chunk this one up and drains the three. Cuts the lead to 2 with less than 1 minute remaining.
You know, we were saying earlier they're getting good shots, but they weren't going in. Now they're starting to go in.
Deja Weatherly driving in. Spins, throws it up.
Nice
off
move.
the front rim. And who cleans it up? Jasmine Bingham, the young lady down low for the Theodore Lady Bobcats.
When she gets that ball down low, it's nice for Theodore, not good for Baker.
3 no good for Watlington as Theodore is bringing it up the floor. Fatu Bonet, she puts one up. bounces out, gets her own rebound there, Coach.
Yeah. Fatigue is starting to sit in a little bit. See, before they were fronting that. Now they're not fronting. They're not getting around. And if she gets that ball, they're able to get the ball down low, bad things are going to happen for Baker.
Foul called against the Lady Hornets.
You know, Coach Walker played for Coach Petrie at South Alabama, and she learned a lot of her discipline, a lot of her toughness. She was telling me from Coach Petrie, and it shows in the teams that she puts on the floor.
It does. On that previous play, Coach, the game clock never started.
You in charge?
Never
of the game
started at all. I was getting ready for halftime, and I'm looking at the game clock as they threw the ball in, and official Alicia Lynch walked over, and I believe based on the time of what elapsed, Coach Arrow, that we are at halftime, because she's saying basically they used up 6 seconds trying to get that loose ball, and the official has said it is halftime because the Baker Lady Hornets have walked off to the locker room, and we're going to try to get Coach Beach over here to talk with us at halftime. Even though there's 4 seconds still on the clock, I believe we're going to call it halftime here, Coach Arrow. If
I was Coach Walker, I'd be very happy with a 4-point difference in this game.
Theodore up 18-14 right now. We're going to get Coach Beach to join us as he's going to step in here. Appreciate you joining us, Coach Beach. Interesting first half that you've had.
Sorry, guys.
No problem. You opened up with a 10-point lead against Baker, but they have inched back in it.
We good? Because it's kind of pulling me, guys. That's why I don't want to pull anything out.
Oh, you just stand right there, Coach. You're good to go. You're good to go. So as we talked about it, you all opened up with a 10-point lead with on top of Baker right there. They kind of inched back in, but you guys kind of slowed the tempo down there a bit in the first half.
Yeah, they're hitting shots. I mean, that number 4 can really shoot it, man. We're trying to stay close, and we keep making mental mistakes and giving her open looks, and she's going to keep making them, and she's going to beat us if we don't stop.
So she's going to shoot them.
She's going to shoot them, and she's going to make them, so we got to stay close to her. But I don't know. They're doing a good job defensively. They're making it tough for Jasmine to catch it down low, and they're staying close to Muffin, so they're doing a good job.
What are you going to do? I noticed where Baker was fronting her down low and everybody else down low. Are you going to get her to move out to come in and give them some motion to front that with, or how are you going to handle that?
I would like to put Muffin backside so they couldn't squeeze so much on the lob, but, I mean, she's our best ball handler too, so it's a tough situation. But we just got to try to maybe set a cross screen or two, see if we can get her to catch down there with somebody on her back. But right now they're doing a good job, Coach, like you said.
Coach Arrow talked about Jasmine Bingham down low. We didn't know if she was a bit winded. Is she okay tonight? Is she full strength tonight?
She been sick?
She's full strength. She actually hurt her knee in the Murphy game. Something happened, but she's good. She's good. She's just they're making it tough on her.
We appreciate it,
yes,
Coach
sir.
Beach with Theodore. We're going to be back. Second half action headed your way shortly. You are watching the MCPSS basketball game of the week.
What's the matter, baby? You're not feeling good?
School-aged children are at a higher risk of getting and spreading germs and viruses. To help protect the spread, students are encouraged to stay home when sick. Parents, it's important for your child to remain at home at least 24 hours after they no longer have a fever of 100 degrees or higher without the use of medications. Please help us maintain a healthy learning environment.
It's time to be together again.
To make it safe for our grandparents and parents.
To see live music.
To see our teams play in packed stadiums again.
For our kids to go back to school.
Play sports and get back in the classroom. Masks off.
Masks off.
Masks off. It's time to get back to doing what we love with who we love.
But it's up to you.
But it's up to you.
But it's up to you.
It's time to talk to your doctor about getting vaccinated.
For your family,
your children,
and our community. Together, if we vaccinate,
COVID-19 can't put us back inside again.
We welcome you back to the campus of Theodore High School with Theodore on top 18-14 here in the first half. Standing with us right now, we have Coach Lauren Walker, the head coach for the Baker Lady Hornets. Coach Walker, you guys started off in a hole 10-0, but you've kind of clawed your way back into this thing, only down 4 points at the half.
Yes, sir. No, we told the girls, look, Theodore's probably going to come out strong, okay, but we got to come out stronger. And we told the girls before the game, we expect 3 things. We expect heart, grit, and fight. And, you know, these girls are continuing to battle, and that's what we expect to bring in the second half.
Because of the game and them not calling many fouls,
right.
That's working into y'all's advantage.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Especially playing with 5, yes, absolutely.
So are y'all going to play more man-to-man? I know you were expected
Well, we jumped out
to.
on that. We jumped out on that matchup zone right there at Syracuse zone, and, you know, they came out with 7 points strong. I felt we were way too relaxed. We're going to continue that pressure. We just got to make sure that we're in help side, talking on those down screens and that cross screen, and we just got to continue to fight.
We know you all going to shoot the 3. Even Coach Beach talked about that. Yeah. You've had some 3s that dropped tonight. It kind of got you back into the ball game.
And especially early, you know, there were some times we were only making 1 or 2 passes, and we were forcing those passes. That's what we told the girls. We said, look, those shots will fall. Continue to work the ball. Continue to be patient, and just be confident, and those shots will fall when they come.
All right, Coach Walker, we do appreciate it. Good luck in the second half. We're going to take a break and come back. Oh, no, let's take a look at the stats. So right here, we'll get them put up on the screen. Take a look at our first half stats. So we appreciate that, Coach Walker. As you can see right there in front of you, Theodore on top 18-14. And Coach Arrow, as we look at the stats right there tonight, Baker is doing a little better on the 3s, 4 for 13. We said they were going to launch on tonight. They put up 13. I didn't realize they shot that many.
And you know what? Those shots when we were talking about, they're wide open.
Yeah.
I mean, they're good shots. They just weren't going in early. Now they're going in, and I guarantee you Theodore is going to have to adjust to do something to stop those wide open shots.
And speaking of wide open shots, free throw line 2 for 3 for Theodore. No fouls called against Theodore, so Baker, of course, has no free throws. Theodore winning the glass battle 13-6 on rebounds right now.
Yeah, and the thing about it is both teams are getting good ball movement. They're passing the ball around. They're going inside. But I think that that's really affected Theodore by fronting the post, because they're used to getting a lot of points inside, reversing it, going inside. They're not getting that so far.
Yeah, very good observation you made about no fouls, very, very few fouls, only 2 called during the first half. I believe a total of 3 of them have been called in the first half, and no free throw shots for Baker. So that could possibly work to the Lady Hornets' advantage later on if it remains this way.
I think the officials are a little cold, so they're not blowing the whistles. It's cold.
We're going to take a break and come back and bring you some hot action on the hardwood. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
At Mobile County Public Schools, we believe it starts with us. That's why we offer Signature Academies.
I'm Tracy Tran, and I'm in the Healthcare and Dental Academy at Theodore High School. In the Dental Academy, I'm working alongside dental professionals getting hands-on training from those already working in the industry. Shadowing them on the job makes me want to work even harder because now I know what I want to be.
Signature Academies are open to all students in Mobile County Public High Schools. To find out more, visit mcpss.com.
We welcome you back to Theodore High School on top. Theodore on top of Baker 18-14. While we got a break, let's take a quick look at the Alabama Sports Writers Association 7A girls basketball top 10 poll. As you can see right there, Davidson is inched up to number 2 in the state at 21-1. Hoover
we saw the one.
We saw the one. Hoover's number 1, 21-2. As you can see right there, some other local teams. Coach Arrow, number 7, the Fairhope Lady Pirates at 19-5, and there's Theodore sitting at 15-5, and Foley checks in the top 10 at 14-8. So a lot of great high school basketball being played locally down here in our area.
Yeah, Fairhope, I think, won their district the other day. Has done a very good job. They've got some good players on that team. I expect them to go far in the playoffs. But I tell you what, the recognition, getting it on TV and everything for the guys and girls, it's been really good, and it will continue to do that next year also.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but positive comments from what the MCPSS TV network has done to not only show basketball, but girls and boys basketball. And I've had people tell me at church, out at the grocery store, hey man, we like the basketball, but we like seeing the girls play too. So it's kind of been a good look for both sides of the ball there, Coach Arrow.
No question, no question. Here we go for the second half. It's going to be interesting to see if the officials call it the same way.
It sure will be, as Baker's going to take possession of the ball right here. As 5 of the mighty 6 are on the floor for the Lady Hornets, pretty much the same starting 5 they started off with as they worked that ball over to Watlington. She's sizing up. Takia Weatherly loses the ball. She was trying to get it down low to Redmond. Turnover on the play, and Theodore is on the move here early in the second half, up 4 points.
Baker can't turn the ball over. They've got to take every possession, at least get a shot.
Try to get a putback in by Jasmine Bingham, but she is fouled on the play.
Somebody's going to have to get a tail in on Jasmine and keep her off the boards. As soon as that ball was shot, she went straight for the offensive rebounds.
I believe that foul may be on Tia Byers. If so, it will be her second. Bingham at the line shooting for Theodore as she misses the first.
She's got really good form. She's poised. That's all that you can ask. I tell you what, I imagine those girls out there are a little cold out there.
That could be the case. He nails the second one there. Lady Bobcats with 2 for 3 from the charity stripe in the first half. No fouls called against them, so Baker did not shoot any free throws, as we shared with you with our stats during halftime. Turnover on the play, back to Theodore once again.
If Baker has a chance of winning this ball game, they have got to stay close in this first 4, 5, 6 minutes of the game. They can't come down, turn the ball over, take bad shots. They've got to do what they did before, is take care of the ball and reverse the ball and get good open shots. So far, they've had 2 turnovers since the second half started.
Sure have.
They can't have that.
Baker averages 39 points per game on offense, and they give up 47 points on defense. And currently, they're the opposite of Theodore. They're on a 3-game losing streak, as where Theodore is on a 3-game winning streak and trying to tighten up the grip on that Area 1 title. Yeah. And nice pass down to Jasmine Bingham as she lays it in off the glass.
Yeah, they can't give up transition easy buckets like that. Baker is going to have to get back. You know, it's going to be one of the keys to see is if the fatigue factor comes in to Baker, playing that few people as many minutes.
Yet to see Carson Dozier check in. Don't know if she's suited up tonight or not.
That's 3 turnovers by Baker in a minute and a half.
Back to Theodore once again. Right now it's just been the mighty 5 on the floor for the Lady Hornets. Cross the court to Livy Pogue, back over to T. McCarroll. They're going to put it in the hands of their leading scorer, Takia Weatherly. She drives in up the lane, cannot get it to fall. Looks up with the rebound, cannot get the putback, and there's Jasmine Bingham. Thought she was fouled, but was not. Turnover on the play. Baker on the move.
Very nice play.
Nichols going to throw it back out.
Smart play.
Redmond is going to set this up. She's the senior, averaging 5.3 points per game for the Lady Hornets. Over to Richardson. Richardson looking to get it down low. Here's a 3-point hot hand. Jacayla Nichols, she's hit a few already tonight. There's Redmond going in with the strength and the power, and she gets the call. Her first foul called against Theodore tonight, Coach Arrow.
Yeah, and she took it there. She wasn't going to be denied. She put that head down, and she took it straight to the hole, and she wasn't going to be denied on getting that shot close to the hole.
They're going to assist that one to Bingham.
For you young players, the way she took it to the hole, her journey to the hole, that's the way. Once you decide to take that ball and put it on the ground, you've got to go in there with force to be able to finish the play or make a good pass when they collapse on you.
Redmond's a 32% free throw shooter at the charity stripe. Sinks the first one. And gets the nice, I'm not going to call it a bounce. It kind of died right there. But it worked in her favor,
nice
so she's
touch.
2 for 2 at the line tonight. Yeah.
Either way, it counts. Now
that's right, Coach Harry. Either way, it counts. The lead is 5 right now. Weatherly on the baseline, just dips it over to Jasmine Bingham, and she does the work down low to finish up. Nice bucket by Jasmine Bingham.
They're going to have to keep the girls from Theodore driving. too much things can happen by getting the ball inside off the drive.
And one thing, as we talked about, the boys playing, LeBaron Filon being a sophomore, Coach Arrow, Jasmine Bingham, she's a sophomore herself, 5'10", so we'll get her a couple more years, and who knows where her career is going to go.
Yeah, she's one of the better sophomores in this area and in this state, and she's just going to keep developing.
Bonnet with the ball, looking to get down to Bingham. She hands it to her. I think Bingham was trying to set her a screen for her to go to the hole, but she threw the ball right to Bingham, but it's back to Theodore.
A little Euro step.
I don't know if it was exactly a Euro. I'm going to call it a Caribbean. She got kind of cut off halfway, Coach Arrow.
A foreign move.
A foreign move. Yeah, let's go with that one. She couldn't get the full Euro, but she's at the line to shoot free throws here in the second half.
She needs to take her time on her free throw. It's a free throw. It's not a fast throw. Take your time. You youngins going to the free throw line, you have 10 seconds. Take at least 3 of those seconds to get your breath, get an eye on the goal, and put the ball in the hole.
Weatherly misses both of them, and Baker is fouled on the rebound attempt as well.
Watlington is a very, very good player, and she's a freshman. We're going to see her for a number of years.
You're right about that. She sure will be back a few more years for the Lady Hornets.
I got to get her to come to the classroom with us, develop some.
Shot does not fall for Nichols as we approach the halfway point of the third quarter. Look at Bingham working it down low for Theodore. Herring had the shot, thought about it, pulled it down, and swings it back over to T. McCarroll. And back in the hands of Takia Weatherly as they continue to move the ball.
Takia and Jasmine, those two are the backbone of that team.
Nothing
You've got to stop them.
But the bottom of the net for Takia Weatherly and that three as the lead is extended. It's now 10. Theodore opening up once again, kind of reminiscent of the first quarter when they started off with a 10-point lead. Traveling called against Baker. Another costly turnover for the Lady Hornets, Coach Arrow.
That's 6 turnovers in about 5 minutes.
Yep. Now that does not play into the hand of the Lady Hornets tonight if they're trying to pull the upset.
Turnovers doesn't turn into the hands of anybody, any team, anywhere. It'll be the first thing, one of the first things to get a coach off the bench to make some substitutions.
Jasmine Bingham says, let me get in on the action as she drains a long three. And I can see Coach Lauren Walker calling for the quick timeout. She wants a full timeout right here as Theodore has extended that lead 29-16 on top of Baker.
You know, the turnovers, they've got to give themselves a chance to get a shot. When you have a turnover, you don't get any shots, you don't make the defense work any, and it just, bad things going to happen when you turn the ball, especially 6 of them, bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
And that just encourages a fast break by Theodore to get the ball down there, and they've been getting 4 to 6 points off of transition layups.
Don't forget to find out what's happening in Mobile County Public Schools. From school news to weather alerts, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or our website, mcpssthewire.com. Mobile County Public Schools learning today, leading tomorrow. And leading right now, it is Theodore on top of Baker, 29-16. And Coach Arrow, as we sit here, the crowd is starting to file in for our featured match coming up next.
When you're number 1 in the state,
yes, sir,
people will follow you. But I'm gonna say this: year in and year out, Theodore is known for their defense for the guys, and this is going to be very interesting.
As I said today, interviewed on WNSP and the Sports Talk 99.5. I said, if you have an opportunity, you need to come out in person and see LeBaron Filon if you can. I appreciate you watching us, but you need to see this young man in person tonight because he can really put on a show.
You know, it's funny. They're ranked number 1 in the nation. McGill is ranked number 1.
McGill's number 1
in the state.
In the state.
And isn't it ironic that both of them, they have an outstanding team, but each one of them has an outstanding player. Barry Dunning,
right. Barry Dunning from McGill, yep.
My man, Filon at Baker. You know, you have to have a good team, but it's always nice to have a stud in there that you know you can go to.
You can count on.
Time.
That's right.
Yeah,
count the basket, and one opportunity right here coming up for Takia Weatherly. As Theodore is extending that lead, she's heading back to the line. She missed her last two when she was there. Let's see if she can knock these down.
Between Takia and Jasmine, inside and outside, they're dominating. One's hitting threes and the other one's cleaning up inside.
Watlington with the ball, bounces it a bit too hard. I'm gonna say a bit too harsh for Redmond to kind of take hold of that. Quick pass down to Jasmine Bingham, and boy, they make quick work and get the bucket.
Yeah.
As the score is 32-16. Theodore all, 34-16. Theodore all on top right now of Baker. Here in the third quarter, they have really, really taken this ball game to another level.
And the Baker girls you can see they're getting fatigued.
Nichols tried to swing that one up with a little scoop. Did not. A lot of turnovers this quarter committed by Baker. You've talked about it, Coach, and that has pretty much hindered their progress, and shots not falling either.
And what it's added to is Theodore getting down and getting good shots inside and outside.
Easy buckets.
That's the difference in the score right now.
Easy buckets as well. Swinging it over to Weatherly. She's had the hot hand for the Lady Bobcats tonight between her and Jasmine Bingham. That pass somewhat forced by T. McCarroll, picked off by Paris Richardson. She throws in the little runner, comes out. Down low, Redmond with the rebound, and she's immediately
gone.
When the Lady Bobcats pounce on her, they take the ball, swing it down court. Back out to T. McCarroll. Here's Deja Weatherly. She thought about it. And a foul committed on the play.
See, Paris Richardson, instead of her bringing the ball down the court for Baker, she needs to pass it and get down there. The first half, she was the one. Others were penetrating, pitching to her, and she was making outside shots. She's got to give the ball up and go on down and get set up for her shots.
Foul called on Deja Weatherly. Turn over to Baker as they're coming down. Launches a three. Jakayla Nichols drains it. Way overdue for hitting a three for her. 34-19 is our score as we approach 1 minute remaining here in the third quarter. Al Whedon, Coach Ronnie Arrow on the campus of Theodore High School. It's Baker versus Theodore in this Area 1 matchup.
And Baker's going back to their 2-3 zone too. They just tired themselves out man to man, and now we'll see how Theodore goes against their zone.
Nice little backdoor action as Weatherly drops it in. Nichols with the ball. She's handling it right now. Swings it over to Redmond. There's Paris Richardson looking to go down low to Tia Byers. Gets it down low. And Byers puts it up, but that is underneath the net, Coach. You can't get it in that way. That would count if it goes in. Does not for Takia Weatherly. 36-19 at the end of the third quarter is our score. Keep it right here. We're going to be having more action headed your way. One more quarter remains, the fourth quarter here for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
children with special needs.
Game of the week. I'm Al Wheaton, joined by legendary coach Ronnie Arrow as we start the fourth quarter of action, and Theodore all on top of Baker, 36-19. Coach Arrow.
Yeah, we need to watch Tia Byers.
Yes,
she sprained her ankle or did something to her ankle. She's over on the sidelines now, and
Sure
she was
has.
a force inside. Hopefully she'll be able to get back.
Kaylee Todd has checked in. And that was good eyes on you, Coach Arrow, because you spotted it during halftime. And draining that shot, Rayona Redmond for the Lady Hornets. They come out and make the first bucket of the fourth quarter.
Well, hopefully they can get a run and get some stops and get some easy buckets.
Fatu Bonnet puts up her first shot of the night,
Oh.
in and out. And Livy Pogue with the rebound. Just a little too much mustard on it, Coach Arrow. But a turnover back to Theodore. A nice pass by McCarroll, interrupted by the Baker Lady Hornets. And a quick timeout call by Coach Beach for Theodore. He wants a quick 30-second timeout.
It's always good for Theodore to speed the game up. It's always bad for Baker to get going fast. They got to slow the ball down.
Did you know that high school juniors and seniors are able to take college-level classes, earn college credit, and save money on college cost, all while still in high school? It's possible through the dual enrollment program. Those students who are interested should check with their guidance counselor or log on to bishop.edu for more information about the dual enrollment program. Theodore comes out of the timeout. We still don't see Byers. Now she goes to the officials table, scores table, Coach Arrow. So we may see her after this possession, possibly Kaylee Todd still in the ball game for the Lady Hornets.
There's a score on out of bounds play.
Quick score. You talked about Coach McClure
be happy
over the years.
Yes, sir.
With those plays that he draws up.
They get 6 to 10 points every game on straight out of bounds plays, one pass layups.
Foul called on Rayona Redmond, offensive foul, moving screen there. That's her first. Turnover to the Lady Hornets, and back into the ball game comes Tia Byers.
She's going to try it. Let's see what she can do. She looks like she's a tough girl.
Lady Hornets down 17 right now. Theodore just taking their time, working the ball across the court. Tishanti Herring with the ball. And I believe we have a 5-second call against her, Coach Arrow. That's the second. Well, they had an inbounds. They couldn't get it in.
They've got
that
to
one's
take
actually on the
advantage
floor.
of this. Yeah, they need to take advantage of this. They turned the ball over a lot. Oh, nice cross.
Watlington trying to move. She was trying to do the Euro, but that's a travel.
Yeah.
I think she may have taken the bullet train right there. She had too many steps on that one, Coach
She
Arrow.
did get bumped, too, on top of it.
There was some contact. I agree with you. There was some contact there. Takia Weatherly.
They're back there, 2-3 zone Baker.
Yep, passes it over to T. McCarroll. They work it around.
See, if you see now, as the game goes on, whether it's through fatigue or whatever, they're not fronting the post anymore inside. They're going directly inside just about every time now.
Quick inbounds to guess who? Takia Weatherly. Johnny on the spot as she gets the bucket. Easy bucket.
One pass layup out of bounds play.
That's right, for the Lady Bobcats. Watlington with the crossover, trying to cross over and make some things happen. There's Redmond driving in, kicks it out, and there's a quick walk. Richardson picked that foot up, and they're going to call it every time.
You know, again, for the young kids that are watching, when you do a ball fake like she did, there wasn't anything wrong with the ball fake. You can't have happy feet. You got to have a pivot foot, then go with it.
What do you call it, Coach? That's a teachable moment.
Teachable moment. Take advantage of it.
Bobcats den starting to fill up. Folks coming in for the next ball game. Backdoor pass. And Weatherly, I can't really say backdoor. She was out on the back porch by herself on that one.
Yeah, that was a walking backdoor.
Man, yeah. Wide open beneath the basket.
I hate to say it because Baker has battled and battled, but I really think they have gotten fatigued. And that time it showed that wasn't a quick backdoor. That was a slow walk backdoor, and she was wide open.
Nichols fouled on the play, so she's going to go to the line to shoot for the Hornets. Only their third free throw attempt tonight.
I know Coach McClure would be very proud of Coach Beach. He's substituting, he's doing the things, he's keeping the girls fresh. They're scoring out of bounds plays on one pass. They're doing the things that Terry had his girls doing every year. That's why this program, girls program at Theodore, the past few years, ever since Terry's been there, has been a very, very good girls program.
Nichols drains the first. Second rims out, and it's going to remain with the Lady Hornets. They get the fortunate bounce off of a Theodore player.
You know, both of these teams have some very talented young players. They're doing skills. They're crossing over. They're going through their legs. Not to be fancy. They're doing it to get to the hole and either make a good pass or score.
Baker down 20 right now, and Livy Pogue could not get the handle on the rock right there. It goes out of bounds. So the turnover back to the Baker Lady Hornets. They're going to travel to Bryant this Friday. Then they'll host Davidson on Saturday. So Baker looking at back-to-back ball games coming up later this week. Tia Byers is fouled down low by Jasmine Bingham. Bingham be picking up her second foul.
I wish they would do that a little bit more going inside to Bowers, because she's had some inside positioning and they're not throwing it into her. She's a beast down there when she gets it. A little bit undersized, but when she gets it, she powers.
Redmond all pretty much out of control, but that could be because she was fouled on the play.
Yeah, she was.
So we're getting some fouls called now, Coach Harrell.
Well, they're getting tired. When you get tired, fouls start happening, and they get uglier fouls. When you're fresh, you can get away with clean fouls, fast fouls. These are slow, ugly fouls.
Baker trying to inbound the ball. They get it into Nichols. And she's working against Livy Pogue. Needs to give it up. She picked up a dribble back over to Nichols. Pogue all in her face. Still playing tough defense. I like that. And Lady Bobcats up 20. But they said, no, we're not going to give it to you easy tonight. Nichols is fouled as she drives in to shoot.
That crossover that she did, fast, low, hard, got to the hole. I mean, that's the way that it needs to be done, and good things happen. She got all the way to the hole.
Nichols leads the team in shooting, 12.8 points per game. Lady Hornets are 3 for 4 from the charity stripe, and now 4 for 5.
I guarantee you they won't give up. I don't know what the score is going to be, but they'll play hard.
Makes the first, misses the second. Tia Byers down there hustling. And, Coach, it doesn't look like she's having too many issues with that ankle we saw her in pain with during the timeout early in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I can't tell if they got a brace on it now or not, but she doesn't look like she's traveling or anything. Good
turnover.
2-on-1.
Watlington, can it get the shot off? And another turnover to the Theodore Lady Bobcats. T. McCarroll gets it over to Kia Weatherly, and you know what's going to happen there, Coach. Points are going to be the results. As Theodore extends 44-23.
Either outside scoring or taking it to the hole, getting a shot, or passing the ball. She's very smooth with the ball. She knows what she wants to do.
Richardson passing over to Jacayla Nichols. Wide open is Watlington, and she nails the three for the Baker Lady Hornets. They're not going to lay down here tonight as we are under halfway remaining here in the contest, under 4 minutes. For Theodore, this is pretty much their season area play-wise for the regular season. They're going to travel to Daphne this Friday, and then they're going to host McGill a week from tonight. That's going to wrap up their regular season, Coach Arrow. So this is their last area game that they're playing.
And McGill has gotten better and better. They've got some young kids that are playing. They're getting older now. They're getting more mature. This is the time of the year to start. Your team should be maturing at this time of the year. Yeah.
Start clicking on all cylinders. You want to get hot right now.
Yeah, there's no – I said earlier it's going to take longer for these kids because of COVID and this and that, but this is the time that they have to start coming together.
Nichols makes the first as she was fouled on the play. Coach Lauren Walker in her 5th year at Baker, the only school she's ever coached at. She has a career record of 70-56 for a 556 winning percentage. So hasn't been the season she thought it was as opposed to last year. But her young ladies have fought tough and hard this year.
And they're young.
Yes,
She's
they
got
are.
some good young kids that'll be coming up. And, you know, that they were telling me that's the 3rd largest school in the state as far as enrollment, 26, 2,800. And you know that they're going to have some other kids coming there to match the ones that are there.
Looks like Byers may be in pain, but no, she gets up. She looks a little gimpy, but it looks like she's going to tough it out for the Lady Hornets.
She's a tough girl. The junior, she'll be back next year.
She will be. 5'7" junior, plays a little forward and some guard. Quick inbounds play. Deja Weatherly was wide open just off the post, and she gets it in.
She loves that spin move. She gets in there and she does it good. She goes one way and comes back the other. 9 times out of 10, she's wide open because she does it fast.
Theodore a few points away from hitting their average for the season. They average 51 points per game. Ball's going to remain with Baker as we are exactly at 3 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Don't forget, coming up after this contest, the boys will be in action. We'll take a quick break, but you'll get to see our faces again. We'll come back, Coach Arrow, and give them a, as we call it, the big match later on tonight. The #1 ranked team in 7A for the state of Alabama. Baker Hornets coming in tonight, and Theodore is seeking some revenge in that contest because they only lost by 2 a couple weeks ago, and there's 2 from Jasmine Bingham.
It's going to be offense, defense. They're going to have to stop the offense of Baker. And I tell you, every year, Theodore is known for their defense.
Takia Weatherly off the steal cannot score.
You know, one thing about Coach Walker, she's down 20 points or whatever it might be. She's still coaching. The girls are still listening to her.
That's right.
The discipline that she has put into that program over there in a short 5 years is overwhelmingly good for her and for the school and for the program.
Tatiana Spinks and Tashanti Herring, also Livy Pogue checking in for the Theodore Lady Bobcats as they are in full control, pretty much have controlled this second half of the ball game, and in the third quarter really opened up on Baker and kind of took over the contest tonight. They were only up 4 points at the half, Coach.
You know, we were talking about 6 turnovers for Baker in the first 5 minutes, but I'm going to tell you, a lot of times, most of the time, the other team on defense is causing those things.
Causing that pressure.
And Theodore came out with some grit, and they got right in their face, and they were causing a lot of those turnovers.
Paris Richardson with the quick jumper as she drains it.
That's what that young lady needs to do. She don't need to worry about bringing the ball down the court. She don't need to look for speed. She needs to get down there, get set up, and let her partners get her the ball for those nice shots.
She's part of that mighty A group, so she'll be back next year. She's a junior. Timeout call by Coach Beach with Theodore. I believe he's taking a full timeout here with Theodore on top, 48-29.
You know, one of the things when you fill in for another coach, boy, you're over there on a hot seat. You want to do so well to show that you can coach, that you've learned and doing the things that you need to do. And like I've said before, Coach McClure would be very happy with Coach Beach, what he's doing with these girls.
Hopefully after the game we'll get a chance to talk with Coach Beach again. It looks like they're going to be in control and pick up this win tonight, Coach Arrow. So
he gets more TV time coaching both teams
than
all the coaches in town here.
Now, he won't be coaching tonight. There's the replay right there of that nice jump shot from Paris Richardson. Coach Roebling's going to be coaching tonight because when we were here a couple weeks ago, Coach Roebling wasn't here and Coach Beach was coaching the guys. So we'll get to see Coach Philip Roebling tonight with the boys coming up next.
I called him the other day and he was down. He just had a dose of his medicine. He was down. I called him 3 days later and he sounded like the old Phil.
There you go.
So I was glad to see him here. What a fantastic job he's done. I'm going to tell you what, he gives everything he has into those kids, into his program, to this school.
And I saw you and him talking before the contest, and he was thanking you and thanking the crew for coming down and, you know, putting the spotlight on these athletes and showing them and putting them on TV. Nice bucket right there by Tatiana Spinks and giving them the exposure, you know, putting them on TV, Coach, you know.
Right. And you know, again, Al, it's been a pleasure working with you this year, but this has been so needed for all these years.
Way overdue.
To publicize basketball, boys and girls, in this area. And I know we've talked about next year doing 10 full games, and that's so good. And now more college coaches. I've heard from high school coaches here. More college coaches are coming in. And don't when you look up, don't be sad because there's NAIA school coaches there or junior college coaches there. Because of the portal, the secret to it is going to a good junior college, a good NAIA. And if you do, and if you are what you think you are, they can come back and get you. And guess what? You don't have to sit. You can go and play at a higher level.
There you go. We're under 1 minute. Theodore still pressing it. Tatiana Spinks trying to get more points as she got in the book earlier. Theodore up 20 over Baker.
Very nice. Very nice. I tell you what, Nichols is a very good player. She's heady, she's smart, and you know, I don't know if she has any offers this year, but if I was a college coach for girls, she would be one that I would be looking at.
Under 30 seconds here. Theodore getting that ball down low. Shot goes up. I'll tell you one thing, Coach Arrow, Tatiana Spinks is coming to the ball game. She's been putting up some shots.
She has. She'll sleep well tonight.
She will, as Baker gets the bucket right there, but it won't be enough as Theodore is going to get this win tonight over the Lady Hornets. We're going to clock it in at 50-34 as Coach Beach steps in for Coach McClure tonight and gets the win. So Theodore wraps up area play as they get the win tonight, 50-34 over the Baker Lady Hornets. Very good contest put on, and pretty much this game kind of game wide open, if you want to call it, Coach Arrow, in the second half. But I guess you want to say the team started to show their true colors in the third and fourth quarter.
Yeah, and the game was won really at the start of the second half when Theodore was causing all those turnovers by Baker. They went up a quick 12 points just like that. Congratulations, Coach.
Get Coach Beach up in here and talk to him on a good win tonight. Coach, we talked to you going into the locker room at halftime, and you were up 4 points, 18-14, and look at here in the third and fourth quarter, things kind of started to turn. Coach Arrow noticed 6 turnovers that you guys were able to get from Baker and kind of really turned the tide in the third quarter.
We just decided we were going to challenge number 4 on the catch every time and make it tougher to have it because she's a good player, and it worked out, man. We did a good job doing that. We executed.
Yeah, y'all did a good job as far as getting it inside, getting it outside. You were scoring inside. But one of the quickest things, when they were turning the ball over, y'all were getting layups in transition.
Yes, sir.
Defense always goes to offense.
Yes, sir.
And that's why you get to score a lot of points. If you can just convince your kids
to play defense.
Yes,
sir. It's the hardest thing to do.
Play defense, and you all definitely did it, and you kind of kept the pressure on here in the second half, and we kind of noticed the Baker girls getting a bit tired sometimes doing those last 2 quarters.
Yeah, we just, like I said, we just wanted to challenge their best player to, if she could score under pressure, but she hit a tough shot over there in the corner, we got to live with that.
All right, Coach Beach, we appreciate it. Congratulations on the win, and I give our best to Coach McClure as well.
Yes,
all right?
sir, I will. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
All right, we appreciate it.
He'd be proud of you.
We're going to take a look at the final statistics of this ball game tonight as we take a look at it, Coach, and it tells the story right there. From the field goal, 17 for 33, and look at the rebounds. They cleaned the glass tonight. That's a 14-point advantage, 24-10 over Baker.
Yeah, and what you don't see on there are the turnovers because of the defense and stuff, but you're exactly right. Rebounds, three-point shooting. Three-point shooting will either get you in a game or get you out of a game, and those things are going. But as far as the free throws, I'm really surprised that they were that few.
Right.
But they were consistent.
They were consistent. They were. They did more field goals, 50% from the three-point line. And look at Baker right there, 6 for 15. But the field goals, 5 for 17. Right. That pretty much did them in. That's going to wrap it up for this contest as Theodore gets the win over Baker, 50-34. We're going to come back and bring you the boys in action. Up next, we're going to take a look at the #1 team in the state, the Baker Hornets. Don't move.
Tuned. If you look at the numbers, Mobile County Public Schools is making great strides. With more than 53,000 students, 7,000 employees, and 90 schools, we are consistently increasing our 4-year graduation rate and our first-class pre-K program. We continue to strive for national recognition and continue to prepare our students for the global workforce. And we do all of this with one goal in mind, to equip and empower college and career-ready graduates. Mobile County Public Schools. We're learning today, leading tomorrow.
What's the matter, baby? You're not feeling good?
School-aged children are at a higher risk of getting and spreading germs and viruses. To help protect the spread, students are encouraged to stay home when sick. Parents, it's important for your child to remain at home at least 24 hours after they no longer have a fever of 100 degrees or higher without the use of medications. Please help us maintain a healthy learning environment.
Our children with special needs deserve a place to play. That is why we are coming together to build the Miracle League of West Mobile Schmidt Family Park. It will include a special needs ball field and playground, regulation baseball and softball fields, and more. We have raised more than $1 million and construction will start soon. But we need your help to complete the project. Visit mcpss.com/Miracle League to donate and to learn more. Any dollar amount will help bring a smile to a child's face. Together, we can make a miracle.
Mobile County Public Schools have endless options to prepare you to be college and career ready. The academies of Mobile County Public Schools are small learning communities that afford students in the 10th through the 12th grade the opportunity to participate in real-world, hands-on assignments connected to a specific career theme. Let's take a look at the signature academies offered at our 12 high schools in Mobile County Public Schools. The AP Capstone Academy at Baker High School houses a prestigious diploma program created by College Board, which is highly recognized by universities and colleges around the world. Along with 23 content-driven advanced placement courses, the 2 capstone courses develop student skills in research, analysis, evidence-based arguments, collaboration, writing, and presenting. Perfect for preparing students for continuing their academic careers in college and beyond. Ben C. Rain High School is home to the Signature Academy of Aviation and Aerospace. Students have the opportunity to learn about career and college opportunities available in aviation technology and aerospace engineering, including the opportunity to be part of a team building an actual airplane in the Academy's hangar. At Ben C. Rain High School, we are building the future of aviation, one student at a time. Blunt High School's Academy of Pre-Med, Medical, and Advanced Healthcare Careers is designed for students who would like to pursue a career in the fields of medicine, pharmacy, nursing, allied health technology, systems management, optometry, and dentistry. Foundation and skill-based courses prepare students for careers in health sciences through classroom instruction, laboratory experiences, and service-related activities in community convalescence and hospital facilities. Murphy High School is where excellence in academics meets tradition. Become part of the Panther legacy by joining the tradition of excelling through the Academy of International Baccalaureate and Early College. Students who enroll in this rigorous program will excel in their studies and personal growth. Past students have stated that participating in the Academy of International Baccalaureate prepared them to enter college. They also made lifelong friends and received individualized instruction. The Biomedical Academy at Mary G. Montgomery High School is a comprehensive overview of the biomedical industry. Graduates of the program are prepared to start work as an entry-level lab tech in most medical labs or to take on the demanding courses needed for certification in any medical field. Williamson High School's Academy of Maritime Engineering and Entrepreneurship is designed to expose students to a wide range of careers in the maritime industry, engineering, or the business world. The Maritime Academy helps students build skills in the welding, multi-craft, and electrical fields. Through the Engineering Academy, students gain experience with general engineering design and application, readying them for in-demand post-secondary engineering programs. The Entrepreneurship Academy provides students with the knowledge and skills necessary for economic success in the 21st century. Williamson's motto is "Great expectations in pursuit of excellence." They strive to build students' character and prepare them for tomorrow by providing them with unique educational training. The Academy of Coastal Studies at Bryant High School provides 5 pathways for students to empower themselves with the knowledge and skills needed to protect and preserve the environment and the livelihood of the beautiful Gulf Coast. Students may choose from coastal environmental studies, agri-science, fisheries management and aquaculture, maritime and industrial technologies, and recreation, travel, and tourism. Because of the close connection between the pathways, students have the option to take courses in multiple pathways, providing an even wider base for career or collegiate opportunities. The John L. LaFleur Magnet High School Academy of Law, Arts, and Health Services has been designed to combine a college preparatory and technical curriculum with a career theme. Our students have the opportunity to explore different pathways through networking and hands-on engagement within their career fields of interest. The Academy of Advanced Information Technology at Viger High School provides entry-level experience in programming and software development, networking systems, and active multimedia in a multi-user computing environment. The Academy prepares students with real-world experience for in-demand employment opportunities in an ever-changing world. Davidson High School is the home of 2 signature academies, the Engineering Pathways Integrated Curriculum, or EPIC, and the International Baccalaureate Diploma Program, or IB. The IB Diploma Program is a specialized curriculum which emphasizes both breadth and depth of knowledge by focusing on higher order thinking and communicating the knowledge gained in each of the core areas, foreign language, and in art. EPIC is a specialized math and science curriculum that prepares students for post-secondary college and careers in one of its 3 pathways: engineering, biomedical, or computer science. We would love for you to come see the Davidson difference for yourself. Theodore High School's Academy of Industry and Engineering strives to develop young people who are college and career ready after high school. The programs boost opportunities for students to excel in a career by giving them advantageous skill sets while developing connections through local business partners. Citronelle High School hosts the Academy of Manufacturing, offering experience in the field of manufacturing through opportunities such as dual enrollment in the welding program at Bishop State Community College and internships with multiple local companies throughout the school year. Companies looking to hire skilled workers, such as students trained in the Academy of Manufacturing. There is a world of opportunity awaiting students through signature academies. Which academy will you choose?
In June 2021, the Mobile County JROTC program participated in the 6th JROTC STEM Leadership Academy. The focus of the STEM Leadership Academy is to expose students to career opportunities that exist within Mobile County and the surrounding areas. The theme for this year was career opportunities in the field of aviation. Students took a variety of field trips to include local aviation museums as well as major aviation industry partners. Cadets also took part in all the great things that JROTC Army programs are expected to do: rappelling, land navigation, ground-proof training, sports and physical fitness activities, and numerous leadership opportunities. While attending the 6-day resident camp located on the beautiful campus of Spring Hill College, students were engaged in several challenging STEM projects. As we integrate military disciplines and STEM, students who complete the camp come away feeling confident and have an understanding of what they can accomplish physically as well as possible career choices that may interest them. The JROTC STEM Camp is a wonderful addition to what is offered to students in Mobile County. Keeping with our aviation theme, students learned about the history of aircraft by visiting 2 local museums. First, the Pensacola Naval Aviation Museum at Naval Air Station Pensacola, and the Aviation Pavilion at the USS Alabama Battleship Park. Mobile is home to a robust and thriving aviation community, and students had the opportunity to visit some of the industries located at Berkeley Field. Airbus is a leader in the aviation industry. They opened their doors to allow us to tour their final assembly building, where some of the most modern wide-body planes are assembled right here in Mobile, Alabama. Students learn what skill sets it takes to begin a career in the aircraft industry. ST Aerospace Engineering refurbishes large passenger jets as well as cargo jets. Our students toured their facility and were exposed to Pacific skilled labor opportunities at this facility. In addition, students went to Mobile Flight Works, a new educational facility with a focus on aviation careers and maintenance opportunities. Continuing with the aviation theme, our cadets learned a lot of principles about aviation and lift. What better way to put this in practice than to fly a kite? Our students visited Dauphin Island, where they constructed their own kite and had the opportunity to fly it. During the camp, we had a very dynamic curriculum that focused on several different STEM projects that the students had to execute while at Spring Hill College. The students learned to work together within their platoon and had to meet rigorous course expectations. As a result of funding provided by the National Science Foundation, students had the opportunity to learn how to fly drones. This provided a great opportunity for hands-on learning. A JROTC camp is not complete without unique training opportunities that are Army-centric. While at Dauphin Island, we visited Fort Gaines, where the students learned about this historic facility and the leadership that took place in the American Civil War. One of the activities that the Army expects us to do as part of a normal JROTC Cadet Leadership Challenge is to conduct ground-proof training. Students went to the U.S. Coast Guard Aviation Training Center, where they learned how to rescue themselves if they fall into any body of water. Students are taught to use their uniform to create a flotation device. These techniques have saved the lives of sailors and soldiers countless times. One of the more exciting activities is rappelling. Rappelling builds self-confidence by having students scale down a tower. It is unnatural to back off of a 45-foot tall platform, but overcoming fear of heights is one of the major outcomes of this training. It's a big boost for cadet self-confidence, and for many cadets, this is one of life's key learning moments. Land navigation is essential for any JROTC cadet. Students learn how to read maps, they learn the different types of terrain, and how to navigate with only a compass. Drill is a fundamental aspect of JROTC. It teaches discipline, leadership, and precision, working together as a team. These skill sets translate easily into life, whether students choose a career in the military or choose to be a civilian.
Our charter is to make cadets into better citizens, and if they choose to go in the Army, that's a path, but also a lot of our cadets earn scholarships, go to college, or straight into industry, like working with the industry partners here through this whole week for the STEM leadership camp. A lot of the industry partners have brought kids into the factories and workshops and showing the cadets pathways to straight into industry.
It's really a great experience, and it makes you a better person because, like I've said before, it builds your leadership skills, helps with teamwork, and it really gets you out of your shell.
The STEM camp would not be possible without our sponsors. The National Science Foundation has been our main supporter these past several years. We would like to thank Mobile County Public Schools and its leadership, along with our many other partners and sponsors.
If you look at the numbers, Mobile County Public Schools is making great strides.
With more than 53,000 students, 7,000 employees, and 90 schools, we are consistently increasing our 4-year graduation rate and our first-class pre-K program. We continue to strive for national recognition and continue to prepare our students for the global workforce. And we do all of this with one goal in mind, to equip and empower college and career-ready graduates. Mobile County Public Schools. We're learning today, leading tomorrow.
What's the matter, baby? You're not feeling good?
School-aged children are at a higher risk of getting and spreading germs and viruses. To help protect the spread, students are encouraged to stay home when sick. Parents, it's important for your child to remain at home at least 24 hours after they no longer have a fever of 100 degrees or higher without the use of medications. Please help us maintain a healthy learning environment.
Our children with special needs deserve a place to play. That is why we are coming together to build the Miracle League of West Mobile Schmidt Family Park. It will include a special needs ball field and playground, regulation baseball and softball fields, and more. We have raised more than $1 million and construction will start soon, but we need your help to complete the project. Visit mcpss.com/Miracle League to donate and to learn more. Any dollar amount will help bring a smile to a child's face. Together, we can make a miracle.
The Baker Hornets are the #1 team in the state, but 10 days ago they were pushed to the limit by these Theodore Bobcats and only won the game by 2 points. Well, tonight it could be a different story as Theodore is looking for revenge. I got a feeling this is going to be a good one tonight. Get ready for some above-the-rim action with the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Thank you for joining us once again. I'm Al Whedon with the legendary Coach Ronnie Arrow, and we're inside of the Bobcats den. And Coach Arrow, the excitement is in the air. We have the #1 team in the state coming up.
There's no question. We also have one of the best sophomores, not in the state, but in the country.
Right.
In LeBaron Fonlon. He is an amazing young man. He's got the green light. He's got the green light to dribble, pass, shoot, anything goes. But I'm going to tell you what, it's going to be interesting because we've seen upsets before.
We have.
We've witnessed
in this exact gymnasium.
Coach Rawlins, it's good to have him back,
yeah.
And he stresses defense. So in my opinion, it's going to be offense against defense. But when those two little guards for Theodore get on the court at the same time, watch out, quickness happens.
Look out for Trey Glover and E.J. Simmons. Let's check out the starting lineup for these two teams tonight because the action is less than a minute away. As you can see, getting the start right there. You just talked about him, Coach Arrow. Sophomore guard LeBaron Fonlon averaging 23.6 points per game. Getting the start tonight, Jaden Campbell. They had a late scratch with Charles Taylor, so Jaden Campbell's going to start at guard for the Hornets. Also, Javen Williams, he's a receiver on football. Josh Flowers, he's the Hornets quarterback. He's going to play. And Anderson Madden will be the center down low. For Theodore, LaCosse Pines, Braden Jenkins, you talked about E.J. Simmons. Earlier in the season, we saw in that spot Trey Glover getting the start, but tonight E.J. Simmons, and their running back for the Bobcats, big number 12, Kirsten Rogers, gets the start, and Daylon Smith, he's going to be wearing number 25 tonight, Coach Arrow. So a last-minute change from Coach Roblin. He told me Smith's going to wear 25 tonight. But this is going to be a very good contest.
And I'm going to tell you what, for the people that are here, I told a lot of people about this game that was going to be on TV, but for them, the ones that are here, they're going to be they're going to see a special game.
And when I say above the rim action, you're definitely in store for it. Don't move. We're coming back with the tip-off up next for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Each month, more than 90 guns are reported stolen from unlocked vehicles, creating the potential of serious injury or death.
Lock it up.
Many violent acts and crimes are committed with stolen guns.
Lock it up.
According to ATF, stolen guns pose a substantial threat to public safety.
Lock it up.
Be responsible. Take time to record your handgun serial number and secure it from thieves. Lock it up.
Lock it up for me.
When we say Bishop State Community College is a great place to start, we really mean it. Want to major in psychology, engineering, criminal justice, English, history, or something else? Take your general education courses with us, then transfer your credits to the four-year university of your choice. Want to learn a trade and go straight into the workforce? We have the programs and the training to help you land a high-wage and high-demand career. Save time and thousands while conveniently taking classes safely online or on campus. Register now, bishop.edu.
If you're looking for fun, fashionable, and affordable jewelry, it's here. It's Paparazzi. We have a variety of colors and styles of bracelets, rings, necklaces, and earrings for all occasions and for every event. New styles are added daily, which means you are always up to date with the latest fashion. For that genuine bling, join me, Charmaine Watson, the real jewelry lady, on Facebook Live Sunday through Thursday at 7 p.m. It's cute, it's fun, it's fashion, it's $5, it's Paparazzi.
You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Al Wheaton, the legendary Coach Ronnie Arrow. We're on the campus of Theodore High School inside of the Bobcats Den. Coach, they have just finished the lineups. The crowd is excited. We've got security here. We've got cheerleaders here. We've got the popcorn here. It is time for some action.
Hey, let's throw this thing up. What a great atmosphere for high school basketball in the Mobile area. This is what we've been needing for years now. And now it's come to attrition here, and now it's time to get started.
Our officials for tonight's contest, Daryl Jordan, Alicia Lynch, and Ronald Robinson. Off the top, we've had a technical foul issued, appears against Baker, as E.J. Simmons goes to the line and misses both of them off the top. So we'll try to get some clarification about that.
I'm not sure. It might have been somebody I'm not sure. Dunked the ball.
Something could have happened because they finished lineups. They didn't go to the tip-off, but we're ready for it.
But it's 0-0, and let's play.
It's 0-0, so we'll, as they say in football sometimes, we'll wonder if those points will come back to haunt Theodore because they lost by 2 in the last contest.
Well, the bottom line is it's going to be a fast-paced game. If the officials call like the last game, and if there's not a bone showing, there's no foul, this is going to get real interesting.
We might have our statistician, China Powell, even pulling out the abacus tonight because it could be some points going up in this above-the-rim action. And the action on the floor is they're fighting over it. Loose ball as we start off the contest. And it's going to go over to Baker because Theodore had possession to start off the ball game.
A lot of quickness. I wouldn't be surprised if both teams don't start out full court pressing when they score.
And the quickness displayed right there as Baker could not get the inbounds pass.
The energy is flowing. It's going to be going full speed.
Braden Jenkins giving it back over to E.J. Simmons, the point guard, getting the start tonight, averaging 6 points per game and 5 assists for the Theodore Bobcats.
Smith has the ball going inside, turnover.
Josh Flowers picks him off. Funny, the quarterback on offense plays defense, gets the turnover, and there's the ball in the hand of LeBaron Philon, the 6'3 sophomore, averaging 23.6 points a game. They're working the ball around, getting it over to Williams, back over to Josh Flowers with a nice backdoor cut for Jaden Campbell and couldn't complete.
They're really pushing the ball, both bunches. You know, got to take care of the ball.
Turnover on the play. Philon is fouled by E.J. Simmons as he's driving in trying to make the bucket on some quick action going up and down the floor. So I used to play tennis back in the day. Get your neck ready, left and right, Coach Arrow. His head is your way tonight.
You're getting ready to go. I can't understand when the ball, not more teams are not getting all the way back to the hole. The guys that are getting back and the girls that are getting back, they're running alongside the ball. That doesn't get it done. You need to get back and guard the hole if to get a charge or make them take a little 4 or 5 foot jump shot. But to run along the side of them and whack them or just let them shoot a layup, that's not getting back.
And Philon is the guy you don't want to put on the line. He's a 72% free throw shooter as he drains both of them. And it's got some full court press here coming up from Baker, sorry. They get it across the timeline.
They're going to have to handle that press if they're going to have a chance to upset the #1 team in the state.
Had a chance to watch Theodore and Murphy the other night on television as Theodore got that win against the Murphy Panthers, picking up another area win, and this is an area contest. Told you at the top, Baker beat them by 2 a couple of Fridays ago, 47-45. Big Kirsten Rogers, the running back for the Bobcats, can't get that one to fall, and it heads the other way with Philon carrying it. He steps back his first three, and he drains it. Coach Arrow on the board. That's 5 points for LeBaron Philon already.
For you young kids that are looking for step backs and stuff, the difference between great players and good players is great players aren't scared to take moves like that. A lot of kids will practice step backs, do them, but when it gets into game situations, I don't want to use the word scared, but they just don't use them. But the great players, they use those plays and moves and others.
That ball was thrown a bit sloppily by Javen Williams over to Philon. Braden Jenkins got his hand on it, but by the time Baker got it back, it was over and backcourt violation. So turnover back to Theodore. Let's see what they're going to do.
Don't think Philon is the only thing that he does is score points. He's averaging 5 rebounds a game and 53 deflections a game, which means he's playing some defense.
And right now he lays it off the glass for an easy 2. A quick timeout call by Coach Philip Roebling. He's 235 and 229 for his career here at Theodore for a 506 winning percentage. And for someone who's been coaching that long, he knows you go down 7-0, we need to talk for a quick moment.
You know, the same thing happened to the girls.
Sure did.
It was 7-0, then it was 10-0, and then Theodore slowed down, started getting their poise together, started coming back, and they actually got 3 or 4 points down before the second half, and then they started getting tired and bad things started happening.
Yeah, a bit reminiscent of that girls game we had earlier where Theodore opened up 10-0 on Baker.
So let's see this timeout. Timeouts are used for different things. Stop flow. Let's see if that can stop flow of the Baker.
We always say during football, the biggest adjustment goes from week 1 to week 2. So when you get hit in the mouth like this with 5:31 remaining, let's see what adjustment Theodore is going to make. Down 7 points, not on the board. And let's see if they'll make the adjustment and get back into this ball game. It's senior night, as a matter of fact, Coach Arrow, so they had a bit of delay before this contest. Let's see if that'll have an effect on these young men tonight. Daylon Smith intercepts it, knocks it away, but Baker still retains it, and it's in the hands of who? LeBaron Philon, stolen by Braden Jenkins. He's on the move. Transition up, no good. Madden with the rebound for the Hornets. Did not see E.J. Simmons coming out of nowhere to steal the ball.
Al, is there some quickness out there?
I told you, get your neck ready. You may need the Bengay lotion or the Aspirin cream later on tonight, or a neck brace. Wow. Lots of action happening right here inside the Bobcats D. And score still 7-0. Baker on top as we approach 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be full court pressing right now. This Baker team. I'd stay solid half court, but Theodore's has chosen to come out and go full court pressure, so we'll see if it pays off for him.
The 3 off for Javen Williams. Driving in, first bucket of the night, Trey Glover. We know that he can turn on the energy and the excitement instantaneously for the Bobcats, as he does right there, and gives them their first points on the spark. Williams was looking for the foul, Coach. And he did not get the foul.
No, the officials are letting him play. And you know what? In a game like this, unless a bone's showing, you don't have to get that drastic, but let him play.
You can see official Alicia Lynch over there saying, well, you double pumped it, so, there's no action going on. So the whistle did not go. 7-2, Baker on top of Theodore as we approach the halfway point.
If they can score here, they're right back in it.
Closing in on 4 minutes here in the first quarter. Maybe that spark bringing Trey Glover in has done something for the Theodore Bobcats. They typically substitute 5 at a time, but out of that timeout, Coach Roebling made some adjustments. LaCassie Pines' shot is blocked by Anderson Madden. Phylon couldn't get a grip on it. And there's the big running back, Kirsten Rogers. He puts his paws on it and slows it down. But here's E.J. Simmons turning up the heat. Down low to Pines. A lot of scrapping going on, Coach Arrow.
Yeah, we need to call. Blow the whistle. Good.
They are literally letting them play tonight.
You know, if Theodore's really getting to the middle good, but they're taking everything all the way to the hole. They need to have pitch people to shoot. If they'll get pitch people out there to penetrate and pitch for the 3 or the 2, they're going to get a lot of wide open shots because nobody can keep them from getting to them. They've got 3 or 4 kids in Glover and those guys that can get the ball inside and then pitch outside.
Coach Roebling has substituted the other 4 in. He left Trey Glover in, brings in Cam Johnson, Donnell Thomas, and above the rim, dunking it down, LeBaron Phylon. Oh, by the way, Coach, he's accounted for all 9 points for the Baker Hornets.
Yeah.
All on the outline.
He doesn't just, I mean, he's into the flow of the game. And I'm going to say again, he plays defense, he rebounds, he's averaging 5 rebounds a game. And guess what? 53 deflections on defense, which means he doesn't mind playing a little defense and getting dirty himself.
That always keeps the coach happy right there,
yes,
playing
sir.
some defense. Jaden
Nice
Campbell
block.
goes in. He's blocked by Thomas, but he grabs it. Possession called on the floor. Getting a little chippy here. Let's see who the ball is going to go to. Baker saying it's their ball, but possession arrow says it's going to go with Theodore, I believe. Let's see where the officials are. It is Theodore's basketball.
Theodore, yeah.
Trey Glover's
Good
going to
call.
take it out.
Good call. I just don't know about pressing Baker when they score. I would let them come down. I'd be set up for them, but you don't want to speed them up.
Josh Flowers,
Nice
nice
pass.
over the head, behind the back pass by Trey Glover to to Cam Johnson, who puts it down for the Bobcats. 9-4 is our score. The excitement is happening.
And there's another young man in Cam Johnson who's 6'5", junior, so he'll be back. Got some good young talent on this floor.
Josh Flowers trying to show his handle, needs to get rid of the rock right now because he's in no man's land. Gets it over to Javen Williams, and look at that reverse off the glass as Williams knocks it down for the Hornets. And just as I'm talking about Williams, there's Trey Glover. Coach, I told you the guy's quick.
Hey, that was big time.
Wow.
That was big time move, big time finish because he went against some big time long players inside.
Phylon pushes him off slightly. His shot doesn't drop. Here comes Glover. When I tell you Glover has the ball, you need to look quick. Boom, there he is. To the hole. Trey Glover drains it for the Theodore Bobcats, and they're inching back closer, now down 3 to Baker. 11-8 is our score.
What's happening is that the defense is coming up to guard Glover, and he's going right by him. They got to stay in the hole because they've got the size to stay in the hole.
And he's flying by him, but he's going to be flagged on that foul right there. It picks up his first. As he fouls LeBaron Phylon. Look quick because Glover moves quick as we try to get this replay up. Weren't able to get it right there.
You don't have to have speed dial when he's in the house.
Oh,
he is
you do
speed
not.
dial.
Javen Williams with the ball at the top of the key, swings it back over to Phylon. Phylon slipped a bit, stop, pop, and dropped.
He shoots that with such confidence. You young kids, when you shoot the ball, look how much confidence. Every shot that he shoots is going in.
Turnover on the play, and that could have been a deflection by Phylon there. Coach, you talked about his 53 deflections so far on the year.
Yeah.
We have a foul on the play.
And the next one on the team is 20 deflections. So that shows you the difference of what my man can do on defense.
Right.
Deflections usually use to turnovers. They move. Deflection, usually get a turnover on it.
No fouls have been called against Baker so far. 3 team fouls for Theodore. Phylon with the ball as he's approaching the timeline, comes across it at about 1:17 remaining here in the first quarter. Al Whedon Coach Ronnie Arrow on the campus of Theodore High School. Allen had to double pump it, but had to let it go. Ran out of real estate, basically. Simmons swings it over.
Some ball movement there, bringing it over to one side, keeping it over on one side. Need to reverse the ball to the other side.
They looking to go down low to Cam Johnson as he's working on Anderson Madden down low. Simmons pulls it out to set up the play. Theodore just taking their time. Down 5 points right here to the #1 team in the state.
And you know, it's been a smooth game. It hasn't been one way or the other. It's scary pressing them after made buckets. You know, coach knows his bunch, but I don't think I'd be making them Baker speed up when they don't need to be.
Then Coach Roebling has told his kids, hey, let's hold for the last shot here as we approach 10 seconds. And that appears to be the case for the Bobcats. E.J. Simmons trying to work against Phylon. Phylon has a height disadvantage, and they take their time and get it down low to Donnell Thomas, and it pays off. The lead is now 3 as Javen Williams puts it up, and it is no good. So at the end of 1, Baker up 13-10. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
A teacher is one of the biggest investors in a community.
They impact the lives of those we value the most.
Teachers share knowledge which helps shape and mold our future leaders.
Teachers show direction and help build a sense of purpose. Are you ready to make a change? For more information on teaching opportunities, teacher incentives, or to apply with the Mobile County Public Schools, log on to www.mcpss.com.
People will always use art for change. I mean, there's just something that's undeniable about the image.
You have to be willing to get dirty.
It was for real as it could get.
You're lost in that moment and something remarkable happens.
There's a beauty to that, you know, it's like this discovery.
After spotting the Hornets a 9-0 lead, Theodore claws their way back into the contest, only down 3 as we start the second quarter, 13-10, Baker on top.
You know, in this game when Coach Roebling took that timeout, that was a big timeout. It was 7-0. They calmed down. They came back. He's a veteran coach over there on the sidelines that knows how to handle his team and knows when to call the timeouts and get them under control.
Quick foul picked up by Cam Johnson. Javen Williams hits the first of 2 free throws here for the Hornets.
Williams adds a lot of character and a lot of quickness to go along with this team. Everybody looks for Phylon to be able to do his thing, but these other players that complement him are very good. You know, we talked about before, the good teams always have one stud.
Right.
Okay, like McGill has Barry Dunning. The rest of them are very good players, but the good teams, the ranked teams, usually have one very good player,
Checking in for the Hornets, 6'3" junior Alex Threadgill, number 10.
I don't know, that looked like a tackle, 1st and 10.
It did look like a tackle. I'm with you there, Coach.
And no call.
Calvin Irby also checks in for Baker as well. Deshaun Beverly on the floor. So they're giving a few of the Hornets a break here.
You know,
I think we have an official stoppage right now. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, with Phylon, he's surpassed 1,000 points in just 51 outings.
Unbelievable,
51
isn't it?
games. Yeah, he's got the green light, and he's been able to go. He's already got offers from Alabama, Auburn, Oklahoma State. These are the schools that have gotten in on him early, and it's just going to grow after that.
Yeah, that's something Dave Schultz was asking me when I interviewed with him on WNSP today. He said, do you think Fallon could stay in the state, or is he looking outside? I said, well, Dave, he's only a sophomore. You got 2 years, you got the NIL going on, and look at Auburn. They're ranked #1 in the state. Alabama was at the top 10 at some point, so who knows what could happen in 2 years.
And I'll say this, being an ex-college coach, those coaches that are at Alabama, and Bruce that's at Auburn, and Coach Oates at Alabama, those coaches may not even be there when he becomes a senior.
That's right, that's right.
So, he's got plenty of time to enjoy all this. Wow. There's another no call that he was sort of escorted out the door.
Pretty much. They are really letting them play. I'm with you, Coach. You may have to draw some blood or a bone to get the call tonight.
I wonder if they realize this is on TV and everybody is watching how they officiate the games.
Narvi Pritchett checks in for the Bobcats as they get it in to Javen Williams. The Baker Hornets coming to this ball game on a 14-game winning streak. Their record is 23-3. Williams, yep, there's the push-off. You could see it from my table over here. He got that elbow in. That's an offensive foul on Javen Williams.
Like you said, Al, they're 23-3. They're 6-0 in district, which even adds to the benefits and the importance of these games.
That's right.
And again, we've already seen when Theodore upset Davidson and the girls. We've seen upsets on our TV, so let's hold on to see what happens tonight.
Baker up 5 right now. Across the timeline comes E.J. Simmons. He swings it over to Donnell Thomas. Down low to Kirsten Rogers. Here's the beef working for you. And Rogers, he's going to do that. And there's the foul. The foul on Calvin Irby.
They ran that little shuffle cut inside. Then they rolled off of the pick, and he was wide open. That's how he got called for the foul. He got that ball. And they did a really good job of getting it to him when he popped right open there.
Rogers averaged about 9 points per game, but where you see his benefit is down low, being the enforcer and helping out, getting rebounds and being scrappy like he is earning his way to the stripe.
You got to make those free throws. You got to make them pay. You got to make them pay.
Rogers misses both of them.
See, like this right now. Now it's 5-on-4.
So far, Theodore 0 for 4 from the charity stripe. Let's see what the officials say. It's going to remain with Baker, so Javen Williams will inbound the ball for the Hornets. Threadgill pushes it over the foul line.
They're clearing out this side over here. Well, they came back now.
They have LaCassie Pines on foul line now when they pulled out Trey Glover.
They're still in man-to-man.
Javen Williams penetrates, gives it to Threadgill. Threadgill back to Williams. And Williams called for the double dribble. Interesting how Williams is now running the point rather than foul line on this offensive move. Coach Armstrong is kind of working with this squad on the floor right now.
With every good team, there's good players and there's a good coach. I don't know if anybody has won any more than Coach Armstrong has done at Baker the past few years. He's 97 and 50. He was Coach of the Year 4 years or 3 years ago when they were playing for the state championship.
Runner-up, yep.
And he went to Baker. He played baseball and basketball. Said he was a much better baseball player.
Ball stolen and now out of bounds. Will it remain with the Bobcats, or will it remain with Baker? No, it's going to go over to Theodore on the loose ball there, so it will be Theodore's basketball. It is Baker's basketball. Fallon's going to take it out as Jaden Campbell checks back in and Deshaun Beverly goes to the bench for the Hornets. Let's see if this will change the movement of who's running point. Threadgill with the ball right now, looking for some help, gets it over to Campbell. They're trying to get it to foul line. Popping out Threadgill, back over to Campbell.
So you're not penetrating, getting to the hole. There they go. Good things happen when you drive.
Campbell's got room, but he is on the line, and the foul right there on the baseline. They're going to call that one, I believe, on Braden Jenkins.
They're going to call that one.
And did you see how the official leaned in with the elbow, Coach Arrow?
It's so rare.
Like, oh, that was definitely a foul.
There was a bone showing on that one.
Looks like Daylon Smith's going to check back in for the Bobcats and give Donnell Thomas a break. So far, Phylon has 11 points here in the first half.
These are two well-coached teams.
Right at the top of the key, and one for LeBaron Phylon. Let me add down another. There's two right there. That makes he's hit for 13 so far, Coach Arrow.
You know, I don't want to say anything about the officiating, but you see bang and banging and throwing, and then my man goes up for a little shot, poop, and they call a foul.
Look at Phylon talking as he's doing his practice dribble. Misses that one.
You know what?
Theodore
For all the young kids, that's a good example, and he's a great player. But when you go to shoot to the free throw line, you don't need to be talking to anybody. You need to be. It's a free throw. You need to make the other team. You don't need to be talking to your team or the other team. You need to be concentrating on that free throw.
I think he was having some in-person social interaction, Coach Arrow. We'll leave it like that. Keep it clean.
Write that down.
In-person social interaction. We'll keep it clean for the family. But as we say on the court, he was talking some junk. He was talking some trash right then. There's Phylon. Stop, pops, and drops. Hits the bucket for the Hornets.
That's why all these college coaches, high Division I teams, are talking to him as a freshman, as a sophomore.
Foul is going to be called on Jaden Campbell as he was putting the pressure on E.J. Simmons as he was bringing the ball up the court. That'll be on the floor. So they'll take that one out just to the right of us here at the table. Al Whedon, Ronnie Arrow, statistician China Powell here on the campus of Theodore High School. Theodore is hosting the #1 team in the state. The Baker Hornets come in at 23-3.
Jenkins and Simmons out there are really quick.
That's a three for Braden Jenkins. You talked him up, Coach Arrow.
Yeah, he's feeling good about himself right now, and he should. He's playing hard. Now, again, like that, I just wouldn't be putting pressure on them, the #1 team in the state. Get back and guard the hole.
Jaden Campbell hits the three. Kind of silences the Theodore Bobcat faithful. And those here cheering for the Hornets give their approval. E.J. Simmons right in front of the charity stripe. No good there. Baker on the move. Javen Williams gets his bearings. Gets himself together.
Simmons and Glover are trying to get steals in the backcourt, and they're going right by him. And then they're going down 5-on-4. They don't need to be. This isn't important now. Guard the hole down here.
E.J. Simmons dishes it to Kirsten Rogers.
Maybe
a head fake or a pump. And they're going to call an offensive foul, I believe, on Kirsten Rogers, Coach Arrow.
Is there a code?
Oh, no, they're just going to say he's out. He went out.
Yeah, there's no foul.
No foul. I'm sorry, no blood, no foul.
No blood,
no bone,
foul.
no foul.
No bone, no foul. Good gracious. That was third degree right there.
I thought Rogers would have done a little head fake and get one of the Hornets to foul him, but he just went right on in, barreled on in.
They're trying to take everything to the hole, and Baker's just waiting on it. They got to penetrate and pitch to the open man and hit some outside shots.
Hornets up 7. Phylon kind of pushing off. Trey Glover there. He has the mismatch, the step back, and it doesn't drop. On the move, Braden Jenkins.
Pull that thing and work it.
Now they got the ball in the hands of Trey Glover. He's kind of Mr. Excitement. He's Mr. 120 miles and running for Theodore. When he gets it, boy, he takes off. Almost stolen by Jaden Campbell. Shot's no good. Baker on the run. It's 2-on-2, but with Phylon, he said, I can do it by myself. And kind of does a flex at the end. The officials don't tee him up, Coach Arrow. They let him get away with the flex.
He needs to be in a weight room a few more times before he starts doing the flex.
He's going to flex like that?
Yeah. He doesn't need to start wearing any tank tops yet, but he is a phenomenal player.
So that was a 3 attempted by Donnell Thomas. He's going to get 3 shots at the line as he's fouled on the play.
It's going to be interesting to see what Theodore is doing from the free throw line. They've got to make their free throws.
That's their first free throw they've made tonight, Coach. 1 for 5 so far. Misses the second.
A team, the #1 team in the state, you can't miss free throws.
Got to make your free throws.
Got to keep the game close.
So Thomas makes 2 out of 3 as he goes to the charity stripe. Checking in for Theodore, number 22, Bobby Pruitt, another one of those football players who plays basketball as well.
Looks like there might be some college coaches here tonight. I'm not sure if they're able to be out, but there's a few up there in the same shirt.
Josh Flowers penetrate, kicked it out. There it is in the hands of LeBaron Philon. He's putting on a dribbling demonstration and drains the 15-footer, and the Hornet faithful go wild. Philon's getting hot. Jenkins passes up. Flowers gets the ball over the timeline. Up, it's stolen. Braden Jenkins with the easy lay-in for the Theodore Bobcats to cut the lead to 7, 28-21.
They're hanging in there. They just got to be steady. Don't get over anxious. Jab at him. Stay between him and the goal.
Josh Flowers, he is the QB, and he is, let's see if they're going to count that, Coach. We couldn't see.
It should count, but I don't know. They didn't count it.
I don't think they're counting the basket. They're going to say maybe it was on the floor before Flowers, so they're going to send him to the line to shoot instead. So that foul is not a shooting foul. Don't count the bucket in the and-one. So Flowers will be shooting 1-and-1 here for the Hornets.
And he's another sophomore. They've got some good young kids.
And he's a kid with some offers as well, as he misses the free throw. So back-to-back misses for the Hornets from the charity stripe. Trey Glover with the ball. The step back on LeBaron Philon, drains it right in front of him. And there's the Bobcats fans getting excited here inside of the Bobcat den. There's a 3 from LeBaron Philon trying to silence him. Hustling in for the Hornets. Michael Johnson checks in.
You know, Al, even when he's off and it doesn't go in, it's right there to go in.
A foul call. No, I'm sorry. Traveling call against Theodore. Yeah. A turnover on the play. As all the Hornets cheerleaders are excited right there on your screen.
5 points difference, 28-23. Just got to stay solid if Theodore wants to catch up. Yeah. If Theodore, that's good. If Theodore wants to win, they need to get Baker to do more of those shots.
Under 1 minute, Trey Glover dribbles right into the hands of Josh Flowers with the easy put-in bucket for Baker. That one almost thrown away, and it is Darrell Randall. The official says it hit the outline, it hit the baseline, so it is out. Yeah. It is Baker's basketball. A quick turnover there for the Hornets, and they're trying to add more points before they go into the locker room.
See, that's what happens a lot of times with Glover. He gets going good, few good things, and then he gets overboard and he tries to do too much with the ball and turnovers happen.
LeBaron Philon with the head fake, hanging in the air, and boy, he really is fouled right there, Coach.
Yeah,
that could have been some bone or blood there.
Yeah, they put a hammer on that one. You know, when a person like that, when a good player like he drives, you can't worry about blocking his shot. Take the charge, get position defense. They're not, you're not gonna, he'll get some type of shot, a spin move or something. Take the charge, don't worry about blocking shots.
There's a foul right there. Philon misses.
You know, they had a 5-point lead, now it's a 7-point lead. They just need to calm down. Don't force the ball. Stay steady.
And there, the chance of overrated. I heard that a lot a couple of weeks ago at the Hornets nest when Theodore came to town as they were chanting on him. Philon steals it and tries to dunk it, but backing him up, that's how you do it. You follow. Jaden Campbell makes the bucket.
Too much.
Another lost ball. Theodore can get it off. It does not count at the buzzer. 33-23 is our score, with Baker on top as we go into the half. And I'm checking off my sheet here for foul line.
Did you lose count?
I have him with 20 in the first quarter. I mean, the first half, Coach Arrow.
Yep.
I have him with 20 right now, so we're going to continue to monitor that as we get Coach Philip Roebling over here to talk about this first half for his Theodore Bobcats. Coach Roebling, we appreciate you joining us here as we get set up. There you go. You and Coach Arrow got to get your headsets together. Just turn to your right here, Coach Roebling. We got the camera right here for you. So you guys started off, kind of got into an early 9-0 hole. I saw you had to call a timeout and regroup. And that was something Coach Arrow and I said in the girls' game. We watched Theodore go up 10 points on Baker. It's kind of the reverse as you guys called a timeout to try to regroup in that first quarter.
Just too many turnovers. They're too good of a team to give them easy baskets like that. We got to make them work. We just turned the ball. We're careless with the ball. We didn't catch the ball down here before we tried to score, and I thought we missed a bunch of easy shots. That's how the game started. You can't let them have easy baskets.
Right.
You got to take care of the ball.
When Philon, I know you're a position defensive coach. When Philon is driving, your guys are trying to block the shot. I know you. Are you wanting them to try and take more charges? Because they're right now, unless there's a bone showing, they're not going to call a foul. Do you want your team to start try and take more charges? And Glover, you know, he gets so excited. He's such an emotional player. He wants to do so good.
He can go.
Then he gets out of control.
He did. Once Philon gets down the lane, we definitely need to be trying to take charges. Because we don't have but one shot blocker, Coach. And then Trey's got to find a way.
Yeah.
He's kind of our emotional, but he's got to try to find a way to maybe, like you said, slow it down a little bit, but still play aggressive because we need that. But, you know, turnovers definitely hurt us there.
Your guards are so quick. They were really getting into the lane, and they were feeding under, and you had some guys out. When they're penetrating and pitching, if those guys get out and hit a couple of threes on the pitch out, good things are going to happen for y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Coach Roebling, we wish you good luck in the second half. Keep it right here. Halftime is going on. It's Baker and Theodore. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Hello, I'm Renee Phillips, your host of Homeroom. Will you join us as we talk with the students, teachers, and staff about all of the great things happening in our schools?
That's right, Renee. Not only are we here to keep you informed about the great things happening in our schools, but to also keep you updated on safety issues.
Our show, Safe Schools, looks at ways to keep your child and our students safe.
Not only are we looking at ways to keep your child and our students safe, but to keep you informed on how to connect with us.
Manténgase informado aquí en Conexión a Padres.
And we also score big from pre-K to high school with MCPSS Athletics.
And then Inside Education puts it all together for you, showing you the ins and outs about news and events taking place across the Mobile County Public School District. We do this to keep you informed.
If you're looking for fun, fashionable, and affordable jewelry, it's here. It's Paparazzi. We have a variety of colors and styles of bracelets, rings, necklaces, and earrings for all occasions and for every event. New styles are added daily, which means you are always up to date with the latest fashion. For that genuine bling, join me, Charmaine Watson, the real jewelry lady, on Facebook Live Sunday through Thursday at 7 p.m. It's cute, it's fun, it's fashion, it's $5, it's Paparazzi.
What's the matter, baby? You're not feeling good?
School-aged children are at a higher risk of getting and spreading germs and viruses. To help protect the spread, students are encouraged to stay home when sick. Parents, it's important for your child to remain at home at least 24 hours after they no longer have a fever of 100 degrees or higher without the use of medications. Please help us maintain a healthy learning environment.
You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Al Wheaton, Coach Ronnie Arrow, Baker on top, 33-23. Let's take a look at the first half statistics put together by our good friend, statistician China Powell. And Coach Arrow right there. Let's go right to it. Free throws. Baker 5 for 8 and Theodore 2 for 7. Literally, if they had made a few more of those, they wouldn't be down 10. They could possibly be down 5,
yeah,
Coach
and
Arrow.
And another big stat is the turnovers.
That is true as well. Look at the field goals right there. 11 for 16 for the Hornets. And on the threes, 2 for 7. They've taken 7 shots so far, and Theodore just 1 for 5 as we're joined here at our table by head coach David Armstrong. You can just turn to the right here, Coach.
Y'all's court ain't long enough.
Yeah. Coach Armstrong, bring that microphone. There you go, right there. So, Coach, we took a look at you. You guys came out and put up a 9-point lead. Theodore called a timeout, tried to make some adjustments, and pretty much kind of got back into it a bit close at times.
Yeah, we turned the ball over a little bit more than I would like. We're letting the pressure kind of dictate some of the things we're trying to do. We just got to be tougher with the ball. We know what they're going to do. We've turned the ball over twice and gave up buckets. After we got a rebound, we got to secure it. We talked about it all week. You got to be tough. I know that 10 and 4 are coming screaming down there to try to steal it, and we still turn it over, and that frustrates me. But I think overall we played well, even with the contact.
What about your shot selection? Are you happy with your shot selection for most part of the game?
I mean, yeah, LeBaron shooting, I'm okay. LeBaron shooting okay. We took a great 3 from Jaden Campbell took a great one and made one. Josh took one that he can make. He just missed it. Javen took one that probably a little bit ill-advised. The guy was a little bit too close, but we got to the rack. I thought we needed some calls down there, and we didn't get them. We did good going to the rim, getting there, trying to get to the free throw line, which was great.
Which there's not many fouls being called.
No, they're not blowing the whistle.
Do you feel that that's a benefit to you for your team, the way that you play and that you want to play, and will that affect how you play the next half, whether you press more or not press?
No, I told the guys you have to be tough. If they're not going to blow the whistle, you got to be tough, and that's okay. I mean, it's better for Theodore if they're not going to call that because Theodore is a physical defensive team.
They are.
I work a lot on teaching defense without fouling, so it's not what we do. So we have to be tough with the ball when they do that, and just kind of hope we get some of the calls that we should get.
Well, you've got some really good players to go along with Phylon to be able to do. Absolutely. They compliment him very well, and it's nice to see, and it's good to see how you give him the green light.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, I'm the type of coach that if you can play, I'm gonna let you play. I'm not gonna try to coach too much, and I can't coach too much. They made me sit down after that tech today, after that bench tech. So I hate that.
Techs. They give tests.
So that's what led to the 2 shots at the beginning. Yeah, we were wondering about that at the beginning of the contest.
They're going to run for it tomorrow when we get to practice, but they were, in there dunking during warm-up, which is illegal in NFHS, which is a bad rule, but it is what it is.
All right, Coach Armstrong, we appreciate good luck in the second half. We appreciate you joining us. We'll talk to you at the end. We're going to take a quick break and come back. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
This is a program for any middle school student who's actually behind. This opportunity offers kids a chance to do 2 grades in 1 year.
If it wasn't for Star Academy, I would still be in 8th grade and probably still struggling.
We are one-on-one. We have small classrooms, and we're able to give students that personal touch, that personal attention.
I know I'm coming to see good teachers, good attitude, and also they're here to teach us what we need to learn.
We welcome you back to the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Parents, is your child self-motivated, reliable, and an independent learner? If so, then the MCPSS Academy of Virtual Learning may be an educational option for them. The Academy of Virtual Learning allows students in grades K through 12 the opportunity to work in their self-paced courses at the time of day that fits their schedule, so they can earn their high school diploma by studying whenever they want, wherever they want. For more info, call 251-221-6700 or visit mcpssvirtuallearning.com. Theodore up 10 points right now, 33-23. And Coach Arrow, it was good to hear Coach Armstrong talk about, hey, they're going to let them play tonight, and we're expecting the calls, but we're not getting them, so we just got to do what we have to do, basically.
The way the officials call, you got to play the way they let you go. If they're going to let you beat the heck out of one another, then you got to play like that.
Off the glass for Trey Glover. Kirsten Rogers couldn't put it back in.
Now, this is going to be a test for Theodore. They cannot come out, take bad shots, turn the ball over. They need to play smart and play solid defense.
Trying to get back down low to Kirsten Rogers. Josh Flowers steals it, almost gets it in, cannot. And it's gonna it's gonna go over to Theodore. It's LeBaron Philon working on the official, pleading his case there.
See, even that time when they were fast breaking, rather than the Theodore guy to get back and get nose up on him, he was running alongside of him. He needs to get back and try and take charges on that. Try and get them in foul trouble.
McCossey Pines comes up a bit gimpy right there and asking for a sub. So Coach Roebling's going to have to send Brayton Jenkins in. So hopefully we'll see Pines later on.
Hopefully he can come back.
Yeah, they've stuck him on Philon a few times to play some defense to help out, because Philon has a great height advantage over Glover and Simmons as well as Jenkins. So they need that height from Pines to come in to play defense on Philon.
Got some good motion going now. Just keep it going. There's no shot clock. Be patient. Oh, he's open.
Vastly contrasting different first half for the Baker Hornets when they last met Theodore. I was at that game. Philon was held to 5 points in the first quarter. Went into the locker room, Coach Darrow, changed his shoes, put on a T-shirt, and came out and dropped 20 in the second half. And dropping that three is E.J. Simmons, but Philon has put up 20 in the first half tonight.
I guarantee you Coach Roeblin went in there and said, look, guys, we cannot just come down and take bad shots. We cannot come down. That time they reversed the ball at least 3 or 4 times and got a good wide open three. The shots will be there. You don't have to force them. They'll be there.
That shot is off for Josh Flowers. Rims out. E.J. Simmons pushing it.
So that's a bad shot.
Flowers with the rebound. Shot. It's 2-on-1. Philon keeps it for himself. He had Jaden Campbell right there, but he just laid it off the glass. Theodore averages 52 points per game on offense, and they're giving up 45 on defense so far this season, with Trey Glover in control as he dishes it down to Brayton Jenkins. Jenkins goes in. No foul, no harm, but the points do count. And the crowd, they're laying on the officials, Coach Arrow.
Yeah, the officials, you know, they don't know. When you call them soft, then they want you to go hard. When you let them just play, then they want more fouls called. So just stay solid on defense. You don't have to come get it. He's going to get his. Don't let others get theirs.
Philon with the ball. They're going to call a foul on Brayton Jenkins.
That's a bad foul. Philon was going to take a bad shot. He was going off one leg, 18 feet from the hole, and they bailed him out with a foul. You got to play smart against the #1 team in the state. Well, against any team.
Javen Williams just forcing his way down into paint. And they're going to get Javen Williams on the offensive foul. That's his second. I think we could see that from our table here, Coach Arrow. I'll say he was just a tad bit aggressive with his move.
I'll say my man Rogers, there was no doubt that was his ball when he got that rebound.
E.J. Simmons trying to get it down to Kirsten Rogers. They're fighting for it down there in the corner near the baseline.
See, again, the guards cannot just be full throttle every time they touch the ball. They came down and got a wide open three by reversing the ball, but now the guards are just wanting to go full throttle and take it in there. There's nothing there. Pull the ball and set your team up.
So it's going to be Baker's basketball as Deshaun Beverly checks in, and Javen Williams goes to the bench to get a break.
Down 7 points, 5 minutes to go, third quarter. You got plenty of time. You got to play solid if you're going to beat them, Theodore. Stay down.
Loses control, but he says, I'm going to shoot it anyway, kind of forces it up there.
Good defense.
And here running and gunning, Trey Glover swings it over to Brayton Jenkins. Bam! He drains the three. quick up the floor. LeBaron Fallon just kind of flushes it. It does not fall. That's a loose ball picked up by Baker. They're running into each other. Johnny on the spot is Braden
Take care
Jenkins.
of the ball, guys.
Slow it down, as you say, Coach Arrow. Slow it down.
Again, I don't care who wins, but whoever has the ball, I'm all for them.
At the half, Baker was up by 10, and Theodore has cut the lead to 4. Braden Jenkins with the ball, throws it out, and Simmons saves it from a backcourt. Trey Glover said, I'm going to penetrate. I'm not scared of the trees, and he gets fouled.
I have no idea where he's going. My man was posting low, and he's driving.
And he drove in as he is fouled on the play. Checking in for Theodore, number 14, Donnell Thomas. E.J. Simmons going to take the ball out. Go ahead, Coach.
Glover and Simmons, they play all heart. They just need to get a little bit smarter with the ball and take care of it.
Off the glass for Bobby Pruitt. You can see Josh Flowers just putting his hands up, trying not to commit the foul. And the lead is 2. Theodore has cut this 10-point lead at the half down to 2 points. Flowers thought about taking the 3, swings it over. Fallon grabs the loose ball. He said, I'll shoot the 3 from the top of the key, and I'm dropping it. A quick timeout called by David Armstrong to get his Hornets together.
See, that time, they got the ball in the hands of their main player. He was very poised. He drove around, went straight up, nailed the shot. That's a money player right there.
Here's the replay right here. You can see that ball almost gets away. Fallon defense late coming over, and all he's going to do is just drain it right in your face right there.
Yeah.
Baker head coach David Armstrong is in his 4th season at Baker. He's 97-50. You talked about it earlier. Coach has a .660 winning percentage, and I had a chance to witness them in that championship game back in 2018, 2019. And I can tell you, Coach, that team then to now, vastly different.
Yeah.
Night and day.
Right.
Night and day for the Baker Hornets. So this team 23-3 on a 14-game winning streak, and they have some youth here in this group as well.
They have enough. You got to be good and you got to be lucky to win state championships and stuff, but they've got a stud on their team to go along with having a good team, and that can carry you a long way.
Only 2 seniors on the squad for the Hornets, so they're going to be returning at least 8 to 9 of these guys next year, so they're going to be something to deal with next year as well. Right now, up 5 on top of Theodore. E.J. Simmons penetrates, kicks it out, but the penetration was a bit too much. He's called on the charge. Fallon thought he was going to help him up. He offered his hand up, and E.J. Simmons says, man, what you talking about? I ain't about to pick you up. You ain't my teammate. And he leaves Fallon down on the floor. Wow. The emotions running high in the Bobcats den tonight, Coach Arrow. Almost stolen by E.J. Simmons right there. Jaden Campbell launches a 3, cannot connect. Going up tie, Deshaun Beverly can't pull the rebound down.
Nice pass.
No look pass to Donnell Thomas as he is fouled. Now, Coach, that's a foul.
They had to call that one.
That's a foul. Calvin Irby. If you go foul.
I don't know how many people are in the stands for Theodore, but if they wouldn't have called that foul, they might have been all on the court.
Thomas goes to the line to shoot the first free throws for Theodore in the second half.
Got to make free throws. Got to make free throws.
They were 2 for 7 in the first half, 0 for 1 right now. Coach Arrow, you said it. When you're playing the #1 team in the state, you got to get every point you can get.
Every point.
So you can't just give away points like that. And remember, as Coach Armstrong told on himself, the young men were called for a tech for dunking during warm-ups. They missed the 2 technical free throw shots at the beginning of the contest as well.
And how did he end that sentence? They will run for it tomorrow.
They will run for it tomorrow. He did say that. Donnell Thomas running down the court, hustling in the easy 2 for the Bobcats.
Right now, they just need to be solid.
Fallon cannot score. Jaden Campbell is down on the floor,
injured. Take care of the ball, my man.
Coach Armstrong and the Hornets need a timeout. Trey Glover back out to E.J. Simmons. That's the
Very
three.
nice.
Drains it.
Very nice.
And just like that, we are tied
up. And we got an injured player.
Jaden Campbell, he was down on the other end of the floor, Coach Arrow, in pain, could not get up, writhing. But Baker didn't have the ball. They couldn't call timeout at that point.
See, that time they needed a big possession. Glover drove down, but in the past, he was taking it all the way to the hole in the valley of the trees. Bad things happened. That time he penetrated. They came in and he pitched. The guy drove. Glover went out, passed to him. 3-point play.
I like that,
play.
Coach Arrow. The valley of the trees.
Oh, the valley of the trees. You can't go in there amongst the valley of the trees.
We started off this third quarter, the second half, with Baker on top by 10, and Theodore has eliminated that as we are tied 38-38. Having some difficulties with our audio. Right, I think it's back now. There we are.
Brand new ball game. Now play solid. Both bunches, play solid. Play what got you here.
That's going to be an offensive foul called against the Hornets on Josh Flowers. Picks up his first foul.
Glover tried to take the first charge, and then they got the second charge. That's great hustle. Coach Roblin's got to like that.
Baker has only scored 5 points here in the third quarter. Theodore has overcome a 10-point deficit. And they're playing with excitement and emotion on senior night, as a matter of fact.
Look inside.
They had that before the contest started between the girls and the boys game. Errant pass caught in by Braden Jenkins, almost got away.
Ooh. That
was close to an over and back right there. Coach Arrow, but a ball stolen by Baker. Johnny on the spot. Bobby Pruitt.
I think if the officials go back and look at that, all the officials got caught up here. I'm pretty sure that was backcourt, but
it was. I mean, from our angle, it went over the line.
Yeah.
I mean, we're literally at the mid-court stripe, but they were away from it. Yeah.
You think we ought to have a whistle over here?
Oh man, we will be blowing it all night. And blowing the three in front of all the trees. Braden Jenkins nails a three, and Theodore has taken their first lead of the contest at 114, 41-38.
Now that time you got three Theodore guys helping, filing up.
Foul called on the play is going to send Philon to the line, shooting free throws for the Baker Hornets.
Let's see what the man does with his free throws.
Philon only has 5 points here in the second half, makes the first one. And if I'm correct looking at my chart, Coach Arrow, I'm going to verify with statistician China Powell, that's their first free throw of the third quarter, correct? For Baker. I believe that's their first free throws of the third quarter. Philon makes the first, cannot convert the second. Donnell Thomas saved by the Bobcats, and look at Javen Williams stretching out, and LeBaron Philon right there to put it in as he picks up an easy two as we are under 1 minute here in the third quarter. Notched back up 41-41. Baker, the #1 team in the state, and Theodore looking for the upset as they only lost by 2. And Trey Glover out on the floor trying to break ankles is fouled on the play. The crowd all standing up wanting the bucket to go in for the and one, but it doesn't.
We'll see what my man does. They need the free throws. Coach Armstrong really does a good job, and Coach Rodman.
Glover misses the first. 0 for 3 right now for free throws in the third quarter for Theodore.
That pizza in the background, they need to move their pizza to
Coach,
somewhere
I don't
else.
know if it's pizza. I think it's, I was trying to hold on to not sharing, but
That's a good call.
Glover misses both of them.
Yeah.
It is senior night, and I can tell you this from doing football season. They feed you quite well down here in Theodore, but someone cooked some ribs, Coach, they're right behind us. Some ribs or brisket or something, and during halftime, I was having some issues because it was smelling sure enough good. A little dipsy-do right there
Great
from
shot.
Trey Glover, but put back in by Donnell Thomas, who had his back. Javen Williams slashing in, kicks it over to Calvin Irby. Irby needs help, and he gets it to Phylon. And they're going to call a blocking foul on Thomas as Phylon was trying to make a move to the paint. That's Thomas's first foul. Theodore on top 43-41, gained their first lead of the ball game at 1:14 in the third quarter. And the players are pointing this way, that way.
There's high intensity out there on both teams. Both of them smelling blood right now. Baker has just got to, for the #1 team, they got to play like the #1 team in the state and relax. And Theodore needs to play under control and get the ball and run their offense.
Javen Williams penetrates, kicks it out to Josh Flowers. 10 seconds remaining. Trey Glover all over him, steps back behind the line, cannot convert. 4-3. It goes up. It would count, but they're going to say no, it didn't drop. And if it had, Coach, it probably would have been goaltending. So 43-41, Theodore on top. Wow, what an exciting third quarter. We're going to come back and give you the last quarter of action. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
If you look at the numbers, Mobile County Public Schools is making great strides. With more than 53,000 students, 7,000 employees, and 90 schools, we are consistently increasing our 4-year graduation rate and our first-class pre-K program. We continue to strive for national recognition and continue to prepare our students for the global workforce. And we do all of this with one goal in mind, to equip and empower college and career-ready graduates. Mobile County Public Schools. We're learning today, leading tomorrow.
A teacher is one of the biggest investors in a community.
They impact the lives of those we value the most.
Teachers share knowledge which helps shape and mold our future leaders.
Teachers show direction and help build a sense of purpose.
Are you ready to make a change? For more information on teaching opportunities, teacher incentives, or to apply with the Mobile County Public Schools, log on to www.mcpss.com.
We welcome you back to the fourth quarter here inside of the Bobcats den as the shot is blocked by LeBaron Phylon. E.J. Simmons was trying to go to the hole. Theodore up 43-41, leading by 2 over the #1 team in the state.
And there's the #1 player in this area as far as youth and as far as being very good as a sophomore.
Well, Coach, I said in my intro we were going to see some above-the-rim action, and it was going to be good.
And quickness.
And it has lived up to that. Narvi Pritchett thought about pulling it.
Every time out, the team is under control. Every time out, they come down, they pass the ball. And they need to stay with that.
Rebounded by Phylon, wide open. Josh Flowers lays it off the glass. Great long court pass from Phylon to Flowers as we're notched back up at 43. It's going to be tight the rest of the way, Coach Harrell.
Yes, it is. Oh, missed that one.
Jenkins was wide open down low in the paint, and Thomas did not pull the trigger. He pulled it back out.
Being patient.
Glover not on the floor right now. You have Pritchett, Jenkins, Thomas, LaCassie Pines. Good to see him back on the floor as well. And we have a foul on the floor. Checking in right now for Theodore. I just talked about him. So it's Trey Glover coming in, Kirsten Rogers, and Bobby Pruitt's going to check in. So we're going to get some more height and some more beef for the Bobcats. Bringing it up, Javen Williams, senior guard, averages about 16.4 points per game for the Hornets. He flies by Bobby Pruitt and lays it in easily.
No backside help underneath the goal to stop the drive. They're putting so much pressure out front and they're giving up the drive. You know, you gotta protect the drive, and if they get by you, have to have backside help protecting the hole, which they didn't have on that play.
Hines tries to get it down low to Kirsten Rogers. Goes out of bounds.
They're running their stuff good. They just got to be patient, and on defense, they can't be too aggressive where they get over the ability to keep them, the Baker team, outside from going to the hole.
They work it down low to Kirsten Rogers, and they're going to say that is an offensive foul as he lowered that shoulder into Anderson Madden.
Notice what's happening now. The #1 team in the state, 7A, is taking care of the ball. They're getting good shots, and they're playing defense, and that's why they're #1 in the state.
Phylon rolling off the screen set by Madden. And they're going to call him with a charge as Phylon picks up, I believe, his first foul of the contest tonight. He's in disbelief, but we could see that from here. That was an offensive foul.
And in the past, they would have tried to block that shot.
Right.
Playing position defense. Oh, nice move.
Penetrated by Glover.
Get it out of there. Get it out of there. Good.
Gets out to reset to start it over. Man, when Baker Glover has the ball.
Baker just needs to be solid.
Right.
And perform what they are, the #1 team.
Cross court pass to Braden Jenkins. He's had the hot hand recently, hitting threes. Rogers and Madden fighting for it down low. You can see the emotion. They call it a tie-up on the floor. And it's going to be Baker's basketball. Coach Roebling going to send in some more substitutions. Donnell Thomas checking back in, and also Cam Johnson. So we're getting, once again, a bit more height and a bit more beef, Coach Arrow. Phylon bringing it across the timeline here. Baker up by 2. The Hornets average 58 points per game. Off the glass goes LeBaron Phylon easily, and another quick timeout called by David Armstrong. The lead extends to 4. I think he wants to kind of just calmly talk to his guys and kind of say, hey, we got about 4 minutes left. This is what we need to do.
It's nice every time down the court. It's nice every time down the court to have the ball in the hands of a player like that.
That's right.
To be able to do what you want, what he wants to do, and have faith in him in getting it done and being smart enough not to force anything.
Taking a look at the Alabama Sports Writers Association 7A boys top 10. As you see right there, #1, Baker on top, 23-3. And the rest of the teams, the closest thing we have locally to us will probably be, I'm going to say, Enterprise, Coach Arrow, at 16-5. They play out of Region 2, but you have a lot of Region 1 teams up there. Hoover, Vestavia Hills, Spain Park as well. James Clemens up there in Region 4 at 13-8, rounding out the top 10. But the only local team in the top 10 for basketball is what you have on your screen right now, the Baker Hornets, #1 in the state.
Yeah, and where there's a good team, there's a good coach. Coach Armstrong has proven to be that coach on the sidelines and be able to get what he wants. You can have good talent, but you got to have discipline, which Coach Armstrong has.
Phylon hits the jumper. That's back-to-back jumpers. Critical point in the ball game right here.
Right
4:31. Here. Coach Armstrong called the timeout, and now Baker is up by 5. Back-to-back buckets scored by LeBaron Phylon for Baker.
Out of control. Get it out.
They're doubling up on him. And they force him to the sideline, Coach, and that's a turnover. Let's see what happens here. I believe Coach Roebling wants to discuss it with his fellas as he has called a timeout. He says, I've seen Phylon put up 4 quick points, and now we're down 5.
Yeah, and down here even more so on offense, they were getting out of control again. That was not a good timeout. That was a great timeout because he saw his kids getting back to that, put that head down and drive to the hole, and let's force it and see if we can get something done. They were passing the ball. They've got to go back to do, if they want to win this game or even stay close to the #1 team in the state, they've got to go back, get under control on offense, and play smart on defense.
And kind of got that crowd under control as well with the Hornets hitting those back-to-back buckets by Phylon. It's kind of brought out the intensity here inside of the Bobcats' den. You know, they were up and at it at 1:14, their first lead of the night at 41-38, Coach. You could kind of see the tide turning, but Baker's kind of taking the punch, and now they're back on top by 6.
Yeah, by 6. This is critical right now, this possession. Either they score or they stop them and go down and score. But if they score one time, that could lead to another. We're going to see how poised Theodore can be and stop. Don't go for the ball. Just play position defense.
Theodore in man-to-man. You can see the height advantage that Phylon has over Trey Glover, but Glover is a crafty player. Phylon dribbles, kicks it out to Madden.
Stay solid.
They're swinging it back over. Phylon has the ball. Saying get the hands out the way. They're switching. Javen Williams launches a 3 and drains it. And that's why he is the second leading scorer on the team. And now the lead increases to 9.
Baker is really good. They've got things going in there it is again.
Nice behind the back, and Phylon slams it home. Coach Arrow, it could be getting out of control.
Yeah.
Baker up 54-43, up 11 right now. And they're on a run that Theodore has not answered. That shot is blocked. Phylon takes control of it. He drains the 3, bang, right in front of the Theodore faithful, and it is quiet as a church mouse in here, Coach Arrow. The only noise I hear are the Baker Hornets fans.
For everybody that's watching on TV, there are reasons why you are #1 or #2 or #3, that you have a very good team. The Baker team shows everything. You have a great coach, you have a great player, and you have good players around, and they're smart. They don't try and do too much offensively. They put the ball in the hands of their, I'll just say, All-American.
Yeah.
And young All-American.
You're going to call it now. Huh?
Yeah, and they go down on defense. They play hard. They've got shot blockers underneath. I'm gonna tell you what. If there's a 7A team that beats them, they're pretty doggone good. Or any team.
Baker up 57-43, and just like that, the tide has turned. Uncle Mo has caught the Uber and jumped back into the car for the Hornets. And boy, he is driving his way to Bakerland. A rebound right there by Josh Flowers. I believe it's out on him, so it should remain on this end of the floor for the Bobcats.
Yeah, and that one, I think Coach Rubbling could have touched the guy shooting the ball. That was a 4-pointer.
That shot drained right there by Donnell Thomas.
Now see, down here, we're reaching and doing things, and now bad things happen down there.
Foul on Thomas right there as he fouls LeBaron Phylon, who has now scored 15 points here in the second half. I have him at 35 points so far for the contest. Coach Arrow, not surprised at that by all. I mean, he's literally putting the team on his back and driving them to the house right now.
He had 20 at half?
He had 20 at the half.
Yeah, well, he might have had a few more than that after this half's over with. (58-46), 12-point lead with 2.5 minutes to go. It's pretty much wrapped up right now. We're going to see with Theodore if they'll keep their composure and not just come down and just start doing one-on-one bombs.
Donnell Thomas with the head fake.
Nice.
Cannot get the bucket to fall.
Now see, Trey, that
he is
time,
fouled.
that time Trey drove in amongst the valley of the trees, and he made a good play, and he found the open person. They got a good shot. Rather than just drive in and try and make something happen by himself in the valley of the trees, things don't happen good.
I like that, Coach Aaron. Thomas makes the first. And now we start looking at what could have been the free throws, the loose balls.
The bad decisions, the turnovers. The bad decisions leading to the turnovers.
Misses the second, but the rebound grab pushed it out to Braden Jenkins. He's had the hot hand with threes tonight. And the timeout call by Coach Philip Roebling in the Theodore Bobcats. This is a full timeout right here. 8-point lead right now for the Hornets.
Is Coach Roebling, does he get 8 timeouts tonight?
I don't know, but Coach, he's using them up. I do some PA work at Bishop State, and on the scoreboard they have the timeouts, and China Powell, she does the book. So, but we don't know how many timeouts they have left here. But we'll let you know the MCPSS COVID-19 recommendations say with the increase in COVID-19 cases, Mobile County Public Schools are strongly recommended that all students and employees wear your mask. We ask that you please do that when you are in the buildings at all times. Wear your mask. And Coach, a great crowd out here tonight to watch this ball game. I like to see the families, the kids, the students. It's a bit different
than we were here
3 weeks ago. Yeah. School hadn't opened up yet, but it's a great crowd here tonight.
Yeah, it was a Morgan here that night, but tonight, boy, the enthusiasm in here. And I just love to see this high school basketball with enthusiasm on TV in Mobile area, because there's good young kids coming up here in this area. They see this on TV, and they want to play basketball. They want to be a part of high school basketball, boys and girls.
So Baker's going to have to go the full length of the court here after that timeout by Theodore. 2:14, up 8 points right now. And Theodore needed that bucket real bad.
They did. And they deserved it. They worked the ball well and got a wide open shot.
Putting some pressure on Josh Flowers. He brings it up the court. Madden gets it back over to him, and a bit too aggressive. It was too hot for Flowers to handle, and it got away, so that's a turnover. And here comes Trey Glover in the Bobcats. They're starting to wake up. The fans are starting to stomp on the bleachers. Madden trying to cut off Donnell Thomas at the baseline, and does. LeBaron Fallon has the ball. It goes off of his hands and the foot.
Oh, that's a foul.
Of Bobby Pruitt.
Slow down, guys.
I'm with
slow
you, Coach
down.
Arrow. Gotta slow down and get control. You're only down 8 points. You're still in the game.
Decision. Oh, man, good hustle, and a bad decision on the shot.
Foul committed right there by the Bobcats. Both teams at 17 fouls right now.
I'm watching Coach Armstrong over there. He's still a little worried over there.
He's sitting down, but yeah, you can sense the
those
worry.
hands are wet.
And Coach, guess who's going back to the line? The leading scorer for the Hornets, LeBaron Fallon. Drains the first on the 1-and-1.
It's hard to say that when he gets stronger and he gets even more smarter and plays more basketball.
More experience,
What a player. What a player. If you're a Division I high major school and you're not already on this young man, stay at home because you're late.
See, you've already missed the boat, huh, Coach? E.J. Simmons, that one off the side of the backboard. And just like that, Javen Williams with the thunderous dunk. And the Hornet faithful rise to their feet as the lead goes to 12. But no. E.J. Simmons drains the bucket, and another timeout called by Coach Philip Roebling. And Roebling is giving the officials an earful, Coach Arrow.
You know, again, what I said about Coach Roebling. I mean, here's a man that's been sick. He's had some issues, health issues. I would say, isn't it nice that he's in an occupation where there's not much stress? I mean, he's over there he's over there giving it everything that he has.
All he has.
And I talked to him 4 days ago, and he had just had a treatment, and he wasn't very perky. And then 2-3 days later when I talked to him, he was just like this, just like he is, a competitor that he is. I tell you what, no matter what the score winds up, this has been a hard-fought battle between both teams.
It really has.
Yeah. The difference, one's got a major, high major player, and the other one doesn't.
You can see the scrappiness and the intensity that Theodore brought to this ball game tonight. They only lost by 2 to Baker 10 days ago. But tonight, vastly different. They only captured their first lead in the third quarter, but Baker did not give up, and they fought back and has taken the lead in control right now as we approach 1 minute. And Josh Flowers took his time. He was trying to get the ball to foul on, but he said, you know, they're not going to foul me. I'll sit here and wait. And they finally commit the foul.
I think there's so many fans started yelling at him that they had to call that foul.
Yeah. I think they were trying to, what do you call it, in the valley of the trees, trying to pull a branch or something. But the officials finally recognized the foul.
And the leader of it was Coach Armstrong. They were right in front of him.
Flowers drops the first one.
Well, as we got a minute and 11 left, I want to thank you, Al, for being able to work with you. Man, there's nobody better in this business.
Well, Coach, thank you for joining on and coming in as well.
It's been fun.
I appreciate the compliment. I try my best every time. I got a shout out to my buddy out in Houston watching the game, my man Mark Fisher. Oh, look at the putback in. That's reminiscent of my days at the downtown Y, Coach Arrow. My glory days playing ball. Look at Calvin Irby going up above the rim to drop it back in as he's fouled on the play.
Yeah, it's been really good. These guys have played hard, wanting to do the things. And again, I'd like to also thank MCPSS for inviting me to do the color and working with you. It's been a pleasure. And most of all, everything good that for the kids in this area, boys and girls, what a great opportunity for basketball.
You're right, Coach Arrow. At the end of the day, it's for the kids. And Trey Glover takes a hard fall right there.
Yeah.
His shot was blocked by Irby, but a foul committed.
His first step out of bed tomorrow morning, he'll remember that. Now that was a foul.
He'll need some of that BioFreeze. I buy that at the Walmart. That's beyond Bengay and Aspercream right there. Glover goes to the line to shoot. Baker all in control, 67-53. And we literally watched the tide turn in this ball game at the 4:31 mark when LeBaron Fallon hit 2 shots. And then after that, Baker kind of went on a run, and Theodore could not recover, Coach Harrell.
No, they couldn't. You know, between turnovers and some ill-advised shots did them in. But they played hard. As a coach, you want to be able to say your team played hard.
Yeah. Irby just rips the ball out of Pruitt's hand. And Josh Flowers in control right now. We have a foul on the play as they're going to send Flowers to the line to shoot with 42 seconds here remaining in the ball game. And Baker in control, looking like they're going to pick up their 15th win in a row, Coach Arrow.
Yeah, and it's well deserved. It's going to be a situation where they're going to keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
And Coach Armstrong is going to make sure that they do.
We'll be trying to talk to him after the ball game. Also got to give a shout out to the administration. When I was at the Baker game the other week hosting Theodore, Coach Eric Collier and the principal, Chip Minton, came over. And tonight I see Principal Peru and head football coach Steve Norman and Coach Curtis, the AD, coming over to support their Baker Hornets as well. So you can see the support from both sides, and even former principal for Baker, Clem Richardson, in the house as well tonight, Coach Aaron.
Yeah, it's nice to have people like that watching, to be supportive of basketball in this area. It means a lot to everybody. There's so many kids that are playing the game of basketball in this area, and hopefully more and more will see this now because of the work of the district putting it on TV and being a part of all of this.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you being part of it. As you were laying the compliments on me earlier, I'll lay them back to you. Thank you for stepping up and joining in and kind of coming into our crazy world, because behind the scenes, sometimes your eyes are like, Al, I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to stick with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Folks talking in your ear and everything.
Yeah, sometimes you can't say what you really want to say on air, like if you were in the stands, but it's been fun.
And for that, we applaud you, Coach, for not saying what you truly wanted to say at times. I know my executive producer is quite happy.
I went away from a game. I didn't have any technicals.
Look at there.
Did good.
They didn't tee you up, Coach Arrow.
That's right.
Hey, you didn't get one tee at all, as we're under 30 seconds here remaining in the contest. Javen Williams at the line shooting. Phylon having a laugh on the floor with E.J. Simmons.
Yeah, he's having a good time. Oh, my gosh.
And that was a long way off there, Coach. Right now, I have Phylon with 18 in the second half for a total of 38 tonight. And you were right. He's close to putting up what he had in the first half.
I'm going to say I bet you he gets 20. Huh? I bet you 20-20.
It might be coming right here, Coach, because he has the ball.
Yeah.
But under 15 seconds, I don't know if he's going to
he's
pull
gonna
the
sit
shot
on
off. They're going to shut it down right here. So for all intents and purposes, Baker's going to remain the #1 team in the state as they get the win 68-54. Theodore could not get the revenge on the defeat they had 10 days ago by 2 points when they lost to the Bobcats.
Yep.
But tonight a different story, 68-54 as Baker captured the win. We'll hopefully get Coach Armstrong over here and also take a look at the final statistics for this ball game to see how things panned out. And you were right, Coach. One thing I want to see is the free throws. You're right about that.
Free throws, especially late in the game, they didn't shoot a very good percentage.
So we're trying to get a hold of Coach Armstrong right now.
Tell you what, the crowd going out, and they feel good about getting the game that they wanted to. Okay.
I believe we have Coach Armstrong headed our way. You got to hold on to the headset right there, Coach, and we'll get the stats up as well as we get ready to sign off here for a great contest. Had a chance to cover the #1 team in the state, the Baker Hornets, and we'll get the winning coach in here. Get the headsets on you, Coach.
See if it's long enough this time.
Congratulations to you on getting the win.
Yeah, man.
Coach, you guys were up at 10 at the half. Theodore comes out in the second half, cut the lead to 5. They take their first lead at 1:14 in the third quarter, 41-38.
Yeah.
And you had a little talk with you guys. What did you talk about, Coach Armstrong?
I didn't realize the camera was behind me. My bad, whoever saw that. But look, we gave up too much stuff being dumb. Like, it's just high school kids. They do things they're not supposed to. They need to be smart, and they need to, take better shots. And we weren't taking some great looks there. We not doing our job on the defensive end, closing out on three-pointers.
Okay.
They don't normally make them, so I think, we kind of went in the game saying, hey, give them some of that, but they made some shots tonight that they don't normally hit.
Don't think that you have a monopoly on that the kids aren't going to do what you want them to do. Trust me, you don't have a monopoly on that if you talk to any of the coaches. But what I would say, there are reasons why that teams are good.
Yeah.
Okay? They have good coaches. They have a stud player that they can put the ball in the hands of them to make plays, and then they have other good players around them. Y'all have that with your whole team.
Yeah.
And you've got experience now with the ones that are playing with the stud.
Right.
So congratulations. If anybody wants to come out and see a good team, go see Baker play.
Yeah, we played good tonight. I want to call somebody out. Number 20, Mikey Johnson, has not played a varsity game all year. And he came in and did a heck of a job.
We saw you put him in the ball game tonight, Coach.
We're shorthanded. We had a guy that would normally start, didn't play tonight.
Right.
He's not here. He cut his eye in practice yesterday. And, I brought Mikey up a couple, last week to do some stuff. And he's come out and he did a phenomenal job defending tonight. I knew he could match up well with some of their guards, his size, his ability, the way he plays. He did good. Man, I can't be happier. Anderson Magdalene, the number 33, some of the stuff he did on the defensive end, the block, the big two-handed block that led to, I think, a dunk on the other. Man, that right there, that's what won the game. LeBaron probably scored 30-something tonight and had a great night. Javen had a good night. Josh had a good night. but those other guys stood up.
And that's
tonight.
what you're going to need on the run. You got to be good. You got to be lucky to
You're
win it
right.
all.
Yes,
and you're
absolutely.
putting all that together.
Well,
Absolutely.
according to my little cheat sheet, I have Phylon with 38 tonight,
There you go.
Coach.
Yeah.
But I will say at 4:31, the tide turned. He made 2 back-to-back buckets, and you guys went on a run, and Theodore couldn't recover after that.
Yeah, we went on that little run at the start of the fourth quarter. You know, I thought that was a great little run. I think I called a timeout, settled them down and let us kind of get into it. And then we kind of just settled in on defense and kind of ended the game.
We're going to take a look at the
Enjoy
stats.
the journey.
Yeah, enjoy it. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks,
We're going to
man.
take a look at
Appreciate
the
it.
final statistics
y'all
here
doing this.
of the ball game. It's going to tell the story as we go into it, Coach Arrow. We take a look at it right there and look at the free throws. 4 for 17 for Theodore, 13 for 21 for Baker, and the field goals right there, 20 for 30. Baker really shot the ball tonight, but notice rebounds. You're right.
Yeah.
Theodore out-rebounded Baker tonight. Literally by 12 rebounds there.
If you take either one, free throws or rebounds, and make them even close,
okay, do a flip-flop.
could be a difference.
Wow, look at there. That's going to wrap it up for us. We got to get on out of here, Coach Arrow. We enjoyed having you on the broadcast. For our executive producer, Quentin Howard, director Wade Ford, engineer Fran Conaway, for Coach Arrow and statistician China Powell, I'm Al Wheaton. Thank you for joining us for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.